We already have a we already have.
Okay, that was not on purpose. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you so much for choosing to spend the evening on DLD After Dark. Let me fix this camera a little bit. Let me put a little shmoney sign right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for making the decision to spend some time over here on DLD After Dark. Oh, for real? Ugh. For the first time in my life, my goon beam almost caught my pants on fire. So that was an interesting tale. Man, the goon beam is a lightsaber, and I don't know. I didn't touch it. Like I have no idea what happened. That thing was on a full battery, and I went to put something in my pocket, and I was like, "Hey, what is so?" Ayo. I thought it was literally gonna blow. I thought. I mean, obviously, we know. Make America jacked again. That's great. Um, we already have it. What is this new? Hey, November 5th. Yo, that is foul. How are you gonna do them like that, bro? Oh, that's terrible. Is that a gun beam in your pocket, or are you just happy to see us? The answer is yes. The answer is indeed yes. Yo, this got super hot too. Not as hot as the one that I left amongst about 1,000 children. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it while my Goon Beam battery charges. Again, thank you all so much for taking the time to join. Flying Rich is supposed to be on here with me, but you know what? He chose to do more important things. So we can't be mad at Rich. But of course, he's going to come and chat, say he can't join on the show, and then come and chat and talk a bunch of smack. I'm just kidding, Rich. You know, I'm just running my mouth. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, first off, if you are new here and if this is your first time watching DLD After Dark, then I don't believe you. I think you're a liar. However, I will say, even though we know with near certainty that YouTube doesn't share this content with new people, it was interesting. Last week, we had a couple people that were new in here and they were like, "Hey, I'm new. Came across your channel, typing something in or whatever." Like, apparently YouTube recommended my content to a couple new people last stream, not last week, last stream. So there we go. It's I guess it's possible. It's not common, but there's a difference between possible and probable, but it may make me change my intro. So anyway, yes, for the people that are commenting on the beard, yes, I know it's getting out of control. It's crazy, but it's taken so long to get to this point that I don't really want to change it now. I don't know. Maybe if I can get enough people to convince me to chop it off, I will. Because, dude, it's the first time I saw like a big beard hair fall in my food. I was like, oh, hell no, this thing's coming off. you know? Anyway, so if this is your first time here watching DLD After Dark, I don't believe you. But if you are going to maintain that position, then I would encourage you to engage with chat, hang out. We got a lot of cool people right over here, and just chat with them. Don't just be a lurker. That's weird. At least click the like button, because when you click the like button, everyone is happy. But you do have to click the like button 3 times for it to actually register. I don't know if you know that. Anyway, so as we jump into this, if you're watching this the next day or the next day, oh, I'm my bad. I'm all over the place. If you are here for the first time and you're hanging out with folks in chat, and I would encourage you to stick around. And you know what? You may end up liking this live stream. You may end up liking this show, and you may actually want to hang out more in the future. And if that's true, then you may even want to like and subscribe and all that stuff. I am almost to 5,000 subscribers, which, you know what that means? Absolutely nothing. And the only people that care about subscribers are companies that want to work with me. And I don't really care too much about that. But I will give a shout out to Angry Bear Arms. Shout out to Angry Bear Arms. I'm going to share a link with you guys tonight. Angry Bear Arms is a super dope company. They make great sights. I'm not getting anything from telling y'all this, just so y'all know, full transparency. But this stream is sponsored by Sonoran Desert Institute and Primary Arms. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Sorry, I'm joking. 9 families. Anyway, what I'd like to do is give a shout out to Angry Bear Arms, because not only are they probably one of the best, most affordable companies for sights, like Glock sights that are like, $40 basically, like Hackathorn style, serrated blacked out rear with a tritium front sight. They hooked it up. Their new JRO sights, dude. I got to show you all a picture. They basically, when you're looking at like the sight picture of a Glock with an optic, so a Gloptic, a lot of times the rear sights kind of take up a little bit of your field of view. These new JRO sights are like swooped up all the way on the back, so you just have a clear field of view. And then they come up with the sights, and they line up perfectly, and to me, it feels like your field of view is expanded. So, but not only do they have great sites for great prices, but his son, I believe it's his son, is yeah, I'm sorry, his son is doing travel baseball, and he's trying to raise some money. So they're doing a custom Glock giveaway selling waffle tickets, certainly not raffle tickets, waffle tickets, and they're $25 to get entered for a custom Glock. So we want to help his kiddo raise money for travel baseball because it's like literally like $5,000. It's crazy. But if we can help him raise money and you can get entered to win a Glock for $25, then hey, it's a winner. I may even buy a couple myself because if you win a fully custom Glock, and it's not just a Glock. This is a custom Glock, custom Cerakote, custom slide work, custom holster, cut like the whole nine. It's like crazy. I think there was an optic, and that like it was definitely like upper tier type stuff. So I'll pull it up and I'll share. Actually, you know what? Kurt 24, and shout out to Kurt 24 who already sent me a cash app, said, just in case I fall asleep tonight. If you could go to, is he in here, Kurt 24, the producer of the show? Don't let anybody know. Let me see. Actually, do this. Flying Rich, because I see you're in here, or Mike McClune. If you guys could go to Instagram and go to Angry Bear Arms, the site company, on his highlights, there is a link. If you can grab that link and share it in chat so people can have a place to go to, that would be awesome. Um, we just want to support, the community and support people that are trying to achieve their goals, and also give you guys an opportunity to win a super dope Glock package. Did someone say package? Yes, let's jump into it. Anyway, dang old Matt was first in chat tonight. Oh, I forgot. How could I forget? If you're watching this the next day or the next day or the next day, make sure you type in chat. We actually got some really good comments. You know what? Maybe we'll do a comment of the day here. So we got some really good comments. How many shots is in that tube? And how in the flock is YouTube gonna take the ability for me to just click on comments? Like, that is so whack, dude. Let's see, view all comments. Okay, here we are. You used to be able to just click on comments to see it. Okay, DB says lunch with dark, government grilled cheese. Woof. Uh, I'm a whore for FDE, also armed Texan. Let's see. That is. Oh, get this. Okay, so Colin Cubular says, love the show. I'm always listening while reloading ammunition at the bench. It's part of my routine. Reloading isn't the same if I don't have DLD stream to pop on it and put in his ear. Dude, that's awesome. Shout out to you. Man Against the Masses is up in here too. M. Gabriel. Let's see. Anderson Manufacturing. Okay, so this is dope. Anderson Manufacturing is in my comments saying replay while producing mass quantities of freedom. Bro, I love it. I love it. And I appreciate all you guys as well. Jason Shell with the replay INC. Coffee Fifi gang. Coffee gang. Morning coffee with dark coffee. Next day replay. Catching this rerun with coffee. Night custom builds. Man, you guys are awesome, man. Appreciate y'all. All right. So if you're watching this the next day or the next day or the next day, do me a favor and drop a comment, replay mafia, recapitulation syndication, refried beans, reheat the leftovers, all the crazy stuff that you guys drop in the comments. I'd appreciate it. It also helps that Al Gore rhythm, Edrip. Dang old Matt, brother, was first in chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my guy. And also, yes, Rich. This is that is the new track. That is the new intro music. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's some cool, independent artist made that, an independent artist that no one will ever find, none of y'all will ever figure out who that is. And I mean, they do great work, and they are absolutely stunning, I must say. Anyway, Dangle Matt, first in chat, brother. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. And it's up to you whether you would like a crisp high five, or if you would like a fist pump. You know what? Let's do a crisp high five. It's been a while. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Appreciate you, brother. And let's go through and say what's up to all the channel members, because we know that about 98.2% of the support of this channel is directly from channel members. Everything else is from DLD Hardware and Definition Knives, which shout out to you guys supporting Definition Knives, man. I appreciate y'all so much. I did have a little hiccup from orders that came through on like the 28th, 29th, and that I think there was a printer error. So a couple actually didn't go out, but I think I already caught the 2. One of them was Kurt, unfortunately. But we're getting in front of it. But appreciate y'all and your patience. And yeah, for everyone else, thank you for your patience as we catch up. As I catch up, let's be real, it's only me. And by the time I'm going through the day making all these packages, it's like, dang, I got to eat food. Dang, I got to take care of the dog. Dang, I got to do a show right now. Then after the show, it's like, man, I'm tired. And then I didn't even get to finish all the packages. So it's a lot, bro. But they're coming. They're all coming. Anyway, thank you so much, channel members. Go ahead and shout out, and I'll come through and say what's up. So, Gort, channel member, brother, appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Great to see you. Mike McClune, the Goon, brother, great to see you as well, channel member. Let's see, Gort, Mike McClune, the Goon. Z, great to see you, brother. Also a channel member. You know, I appreciate you. Zan T Misfit, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member. Oh, you guys gotta see. You got to see the shirt that I'm doing. Oh, it's going to be so good. You got to wait, though. You got to wait. I can't show it off yet. Just like that massive build that I cannot show any of you, where the barrel on this thing, actually, the barrel on this thing is like massive, massive. Can't wait. And it's going to shoot Nerf darts. So that's cool. Zanti Misfit, brother, great to see you. Z T for Tejas, also a channel member. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Flying Rich, channel member, and a moderator. Appreciate you guys. Z Flying Rich, T for Tejas. Hey, come out in PLA, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member. It should say how long you've been channel members, like next to your name, like literally right next to your name. Not this silly little member emoji thing. Like, it should say like 6, 8, 12, 24, 36. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would make way more sense, because I could be like, Gord, channel member for X amount of months. Thank you for the support, like that kind of thing. But either way, appreciate all y'all. T for Tejas, Flying Rich, Z, Barton Fink, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member. Dark got nominated for the Secretary of Dex position. This is true. This is true. Agarizer, brother, great to see you, man. Great to see you in here. Also a channel member, and I love your new profile picture. That is great. Steve Whoop, great to see you, brother. Also a channel member. Devil in a red dress. Not tonight. T for Tejas, come out in PLA. Mike McClune, the Goon. Agarizer, Z. Let's see who else we got. We got Gort, Flying Rich Firearms, who is also a moderator. Appreciate you. Agarizer, Z, T for Tejas, Flying Rich Firearms, Barton Fink, Agarizer, Z, Mike McClune, come out in PLA. Steve Whoop, T for Tejas, Agarizer, Barton Fink. Flying Rich, obviously, is a moderator and a channel member, and I appreciate you. Flying who? It's a light, not a pager. So foul. Agarizer, let's see who else. Perps, the operator Pepe. Yes, I love that one. It's a shame that I can't actually see, you know what I'm saying? I can't see the emojis on here. James Gordon says, first time on the channel, man. Welcome. I appreciate you. I think, oh, snap. Hold up. I think I saw you in the turkeys chat, man. I was over there for a little bit, and I certainly do appreciate you rolling through, man. Thank you. Dark looking like a young Chris Krangle. Yeah, man, I got a lot going on in this area, dude. This is like, if I were to grab a comb and like fluff this thing out, bro, it's crazy. I could probably braid it, dog. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, brother. Great to see you, man. I'm still rocking that 40 millimeter ammo can that you got me, dude. I love it. It is packed with 5.56, and also the entire area is packed with 5.56. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you so much, man. ADXR 920, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member. Appreciate you, man. Sucker will melt cheap pants. Dang old Matt. It will. Yo. So Red Dawn said that he had his. Just to throw this out there, not all goon beams get like fuego hot. Okay, it is specifically unique to the EDC models. And it is because when you're running an EDC model, this is not a light that you turn on and just like let run for a solid hour. This is something you use in like burst mode. You know what I'm saying? You turn it on and then do whatever you got to do, then turn it off, right? Yes, the temperature in the EDCs do get hot, but they're designed that way to be very, very small packages, right? But to have like, very, very high output. Obviously this is the blue one because you can use this, you can put it in your car and drive around like that. I'm just kidding, don't do that. I joke about that too much. But this is not to turn on for an hour and a half. Don't do that. I wouldn't use it for more than like 5 minutes. It's for short burst. It's something that you use, identify what you have to identify, then put it back in your pocket. The other lights, like the other lights that we know and love, the Goon Beam. Check this out, Goon Beam. This is a throwback for you right there. Look at that. The deep concealment carry pocket clip. Ayo. And this thing is bam. Look at that light, man. Look at that hot spot right there. That thing is crazy. Yeah, I love this. I'm never coming off of this. And then I got a couple of salt lights here. And man, I got goon beams on literally every single. I had to take this. I can't touch anything on there. I had to take that one off, but literally, I got goon beams on every single, except that one that's got the TLR7 Alpha. I got goon beams on all the. I'll tell you what though, I do need another regular the new pistol light and IR pistol light for my helmet. So Goonbeam, let me know if you want to trade something. I actually got something I was going to send out to you anyway, Goonbeam, but I'll let you boy. We love Goonbeam, and of course, if you do want to support the channel, get some of the best flashlights that are in existence, and also support Goonbeam, then you can click on the link in the description. You can use code DARK, and you can save children by just purchasing one Goonbeam a day. I'm just kidding. You can't save children by doing that at all. As a matter of fact, it may hurt them. Anyway, Blue Curtain Burner, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member. Appreciate you. I'm angry and I bear arms. This is true. Both are true. You are snoring, doesn't it? 9 families soon to be. Oh, goodness, that's foul. DLD will be future once he gets that sonoring. Man, I don't want it, bro. I don't want it. I don't care how much it is, unless it's something that I truly believe in. Oh, primary arms. I can't stop it. All right, sorry. Look, all jokes aside, man, it's a terrible thing that's happening, man. I hate to see a family torn apart by bad decisions. Steve Woo, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member, my guy, Agorizer, come out in PLA, Agorizer, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, Gort, Agorizer, Gort. Let's see who else we got up in here. Agorizer, Drewski, what it do, Ski, channel member, Faux Life. Great to see you, my brother. And I actually missed a couple of your text messages, man. I just been freaking back to back since we were chatting. But glad to see you here. We'll catch up after the show. Drew, lifetime channel member, Agoriza. Let's see, Flying Rich, come out in PLA. Agorizer, come out in PLA. What's up, Tim S? Good to see you, man. Dang, look at those horns you got on your noggin. That's pretty terrifying. Looking like a stag. Decretary of feet. Yuck. Yuck indeed. Yes, my guy, free CRS 100%. And we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Red Dawn Readiness, brother, channel member. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out as well. Also free Justin, but Justin released? Question mark. Just may have been released, bro. So I got to look into that. The fuzzy is pretty crazy. Maybe some beard oil. So I actually this is with beard oil. It's kind of crazy, right? But if there's an independent artist out there that wants to run her fingers through my beard just to see if it needs oil, just playing my bet. I'm so stupid. Shut up, Dark. Agorizer, brother, 23 months, man. I appreciate you. 23 months hanging with the glowies. Time well spent. Yes, my G. I appreciate you. For real. Man. You guys, I don't know what I'll do without you guys, man. For real. You guys are incredible. Thank you. Come on, PLA. A Day, brother. Great to see you, man. Also a channel member. Appreciate you. Steve Whoop, A Day. Steve Whoop. Murphy's Law Dog. Great to see you, man. Also a channel member. Appreciate you. James Gordon, DLD, question M4 or M7? This is a great point, and you know what? I will answer that first as soon as we finish with the intro, my guy. Appreciate you. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, Steve Whoop, come on. Hey, it's a Luigi! It's a Luigi! Man, we've missed you so much. Luigi, man, I hope you're well. Hope all is well in life. And man, it's been so long since I saw you creep in here like a week ago. And I told Rich, I was like, yo, Luigi's in there. But great to see you, bro. Everyone show some love for Luigi, man. Luigi was like chef's kiss, OG, just a straight up awesome guy, man. Great to have you back, brother. Murph Dog, Agorizer, Murph Dog, Flying Rich, Firearms, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal Z. It's Luigi, Murph Dog. I have a legit 3-foot mag light my late grandfather used to carry. Dang, what was he doing back then? I would be curious to know. I got a mag light story, and most people in that story survived. Agorizer, Murph Dog, Agorizer, come out PLA, Mike McLuhan, the Goon, Murph Dog, Agorizer, Flying Rich. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Murph Dog, Drewski, what it do ski? Murph Dog, Agorizer. See, did I miss anybody? Murph Dog. Hey, member for 21 months, brother. Thank you so much, man. I so appreciate the support, man. Like a panini press for your face, a hair straightener. I am absolutely not going to use a hair straightener on my face, bro. What? No, no. But I do love the idea. Just getting that picture in my mind is well worth the time here. Drew in Oregon, Z is a Luigi. 2023 almost took a dirt nap on the mend. Wow, bro. Let's catch up, man. Holla at your boy. Man, yeah. I hope you're doing okay. Hope all the family's good too. Man Against the Masses, brother, great to see you. Rumor has it that Flying Rich will be hosting my all-inclusive anniversary party at Fort Hughes, and there may be an AK pull shoot. I would actually love that. I was actually mentioning how the 7.6 2x39 cartridge is slept on, and it's something that is a very, very hard hitting 30 cal. And we need more 7.6 2x39 stuff that actually runs. These, like, I get it, the C products mags are good, but we need more stuff that is like hardcore, battle proven, battle tested. Even like AR gas gun stuff that takes AK mags. No more of the beta mags, C products, whatever stuff. Like I don't know. I'm not going to run that. But I would run something like the mutant style setup or the KS-47 or something like that. But something like hardcore, like Geisley level that you can trust. Man, I think something like that would be incredible. Everybody else, the honorable mentions out there, man, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Absolutely, an AK to PWEDC. That's what Dracos are for. And if you want to, increase the comfort, you can go mini Draco, you can go micro Draco, or you can use like those crazy small Wise Light, custom builds. But my bad. Should the AK be suppressed? So you can suppress AKs. It's a little bit more of a conversation. Obviously, barrel concentricity is a serious matter. because the machining. Now, this isn't always the case nowadays because a lot of ish is made in the States now because the United States of America. Let me start that over. Because the divided states of embarrassment has done a great job completely killing all of our resources of other countries' AKs coming in. However, one of the things with that is this. With those other quad mini shooting the monstrosity, powerful quad M134 minigun. What? I'll have to check that out. Hang on. I need some moisturizer for my throat. Hang on. Jova Q, brother. Great to see you, man. Oh no, you don't want to hear my Maglite story. Not on YouTube. It was a clear black night. I'm just kidding. All right. A clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume. All right, where's my there it is. Okay. All right, let me run this and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into it because I just kind of feel like we're there.
Oh, I get it. You're retarded. You don't understand a word I say.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello.
Fred himself of Fred Dawn ENT, Fred Dawn Entertainment, Fred Dawn Resistance, Fred Dawn,
Donis.
Fred. Don't fret on me. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
we okay. So I will. Oh, the Maglite for the can. That's creative. I will get back on that. Actually, do you mind if I finish up this thought real quick before we get started?
Not at all.
me just-
PWBC the Maglite.
I just need a little bit of nicotine. You know what I'm saying?
I know the feeling.
Sometimes when I need nicotine, I play videos for them.
We already have a
But it depends on like what video.
Oh, that's what those videos are for.
Yeah, they're just for me to vape.
I'm almost too mad to do the show at this point. In fact, I just need to walk out of here. I can't do it. I can't do it.
They're turning the freaking frogs gay.
Frogs get. Yes.
Well, now the health secretary actually agrees with that, man. So we're gonna look into this gay frog epidemic.
Are you telling me that Mr. AJ himself said something and it became true?
Who would have thought?
Right?
I know. It's like he's gotten so many things that happened where he says it and then it becomes true that it's like,
Yeah.
how does it keep happening?
Yeah, it's nuts. Okay, so a couple things. So there was a point. Well, okay, they're still in the country, right? So most AKs from other countries, you have to, and still from the U.S., you have to be
I thought
very
you were
cautious.
about to talk about illegal immigrants.
Oh no, yeah, we're about to talk about that too.
I was like, hey,
They're not in the country. Oh, they're in the country. They're in the country.
they're in the country.
Yeah, they're sleep. Some of them are sleeping, and they're gonna wake up. Okay, so in G23, yes, that is helpful, but it depends, not necessarily. So I'm running a suppressed underfolder. It is overgassed, right? And AKs by design without a can are overgassed, and when you slap a can on that thing, it's extremely overgassed, and it gets angry when it extracts rounds. It's like extracting at 3 o'clock. Okay, then it's like extracting at 12:30. What the hell? But like
that AKV and the KP9 suppressed though, that shit's real.
Yeah. Now that I have the power of llamas, human being, we love you. Vulcan Rumble, what up? Okay, so is here looking for a good source of news. Yeah, let me know when you find one, Vulcan Rumble.
Should I tell my story real quick about how my goon bean burnt a hole in my pocket?
Yeah, I do want to hear that. Let me just get this out real quick. Basically, for AKs that are made in other countries, I would still be cautious with US made AKs, just because, the process of drilling barrels, sometimes you find barrels that are not concentric. So, meaning that the hole of the bore is not directly in the center of the barrel blank. and that means that the threading of the bore is not going to be concentric with the hole that's in the middle. So a lot of dudes kind of when they're setting up an AK or a rifle like that, and it's not exclusive only to AKs, but it seems to be more so with with that type of rifle, that the bore of the barrel is slightly off center. Now, when you put a can on it and you're not paying attention to, where exactly the bore is drilled, you could end up getting a baffle strike because the rifle bore and the rifle barrel threads are not concentric. Now, there's some ways you can kind of work around this. They do make oversized uh, suppressors with oversized bores. A lot of times, like you can run a 30 cal can on a 5.56 and things like that if it's just like slightly off. But the easiest way to check concentricity is to take a wooden dowel that is the exact size of your cartridge, literally put it down the barrel, and then crank on your can, and make sure that there's clear passage. Shine a light through it. You can use a bore scope if you have super high tier stuff, if you're into that. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know if maybe that issue is less common in US made AKs, maybe not. But all the AKs that I have were made in other countries, and currently my Polish underfolder is the barrel was literally like perfectly concentric, and I kind of did it in like a jimmy rigged way. So AKs are typically, most standard AKMs are 14x1 left hand thread, right? So when you're rock setting stuff onto, like, for suppressor mounts, um, you have to completely clean all the oils and all that off. You got to completely degrease it, and then you got to apply the rock set, and then crank down, what you're putting on, either the mount or an adapter or whatever, at the particular, the correct torque spec. And what I did is I, obviously cleaned all the oil and everything off the muzzle and the threads, and then I used a 14x1 left hand thread, 2 5/8 by 24 right hand thread adapter, and then I rock set that on, cranked it down, and I let it cure for a day or two. And then after that, I cranked down the 5/8 by 24 right hand thread mount, and then I rock set that on there too, and let that cure for a day or two. Checked concentricity, double checked it, triple checked it, put the can on there, fired some rounds through it. It was good to go. And then I put, I don't even know how many rounds, probably about 1,000 rounds suppressed through it, and it just it doesn't strip rounds off the mag, or it doesn't strip over the rounds of the mag. It feeds flawlessly, but it is overgassed, so it's not something I shoot a lot. It's just something that is a cool little thing when people are like, "Oh yeah, I wish you could suppress AKs," and I'm like, "For real? Zip zip zip." And they're like, "What?" But
You can definitely suppress them.
yeah, it's just, if the overgassing was just like so much that I was getting issues, or you can definitely use an adjustable gas block, and
Now
there's
that new 300 blackout crank suppressed.
bro, I have
That's
always I saw one of those, like, I don't even know when, probably like whenever like 300 blackout first came out, somebody took an Arsenal. I don't think it has it up. Yeah, it's not up there. The Arsenal SLR 106 UR SBR is a crank in 5.56. Somebody turned a barrel for it in 300 blackout, and was using the same clear 5.56 mags for it, obviously, because it's 5.56 magazine compatible, and they were running it suppressed, and I was just like, oof, like, bro, I need that. I
fire.
need that. Yes. Dude, any AK builders out there, if I could convert my 5.56 crank to 300 blackout, bro, I would do that all day, because it's like, it's more functionality than a 7.62 by 39, in my opinion. and it's better
Especially if you're
suppress-
running suppressed.
Exactly, better suppressibility, and for an 8.3-inch barrel, that is like supreme.
Dude, that's shorter than my
Supreme.
K9.
Yeah, the 8.3-inch barrel is that's typical crink. Like I'm not referring to the Serbian crinks, the standard like Russian and Bulgarian style crinks.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah, Red Dawn, welcome. If you could do a quick little hello, a little intro,
Sure.
let
Hello,
everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Yes. You can find me at Red Dawn Readiness. There may be another channel out there that I might be a part of or not. I do live shows Wednesday nights and Friday nights in between dark streams. The off days at 9:45 Eastern on my channel. You'll see Dark over there. You'll see Wired Tight, bunch of other cool people, turkeys, all kinds of other people that'll come to my shows as well. And we're just trying to put the word out about being a good American, being good fathers, being good Christians, putting out stuff to keep you aware of what might be happening in the darker realms of society, to make sure you're aware of things. And 2A news, gun building stuff, all kinds of different stuff on my channel. So come check it out if you're not subbed.
If you don't know, preparedness is where Red Dawn's channel is, where preparedness lives.
For sure.
Flying Rich, thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Fred Dawn, I love you, man. Lunch tomorrow? ?
I'm down, Flying Rich. I'm down for lunch. Give me a call. I will meet you.
I'd like to meet you. I'd like to treat you to a bagel and a slice of pizza. If anyone knows what that is, throw in chat if you know what that is. They probably don't, but sorry. Go ahead. So your pants caught on fire. You literally.
All right. I wear sweat shorts to bed every night, right? Like that's what I rock. And what I do is, if I'm like going into my kid's room, or like I'm walking around the room and my wife's sleeping, like I still need to see. But if I turn the Goon Beam on, it turns to daylight in the room.
Yeah.
So what I do is keep it in my pocket with the clip, and I turn it on in my pocket, and it's so bright that in my pocket it gives me enough light that I can like move around and do stuff.
Hold on. Are you telling me that when you fall asleep, you go to bed with equipment on your person?
I do.
I thought that was such a weird foreign thing for people here. What's going on?
Well, I don't sleep with my gun on me. I sleep with it literally, like my hand is on it. Like all I do is go from this to this, like it's literally right, and it's like tucked in next to the mattress. So like,
okay, hold
it's
on.
under the covers.
I gotta ask everyone here, everyone in chat, is it weird to sleep with a gun in your waistband?
Wait, hold on.
The gun in my waistband.
Put a 1 in the chat if you sleep with a gun in your waistband. Put a 0 in the chat if you don't. And let's see how many people.
All right, we got our You could easily forget. What? Not if you have it in your pants all the time. What are you talking about? Oh no, we're not. No, get out of here. Get out of here.
Does anyone else sleep with PWEDC? Appendix carry? Is there anyone else in the chat?
Dude, what have I been teaching you guys, man? This is tomfoolery. What is this? Dude, we've been talking about this.
Sometimes that doesn't count, Fat Gray Man, if you just happen to fall asleep with your EDC on still.
Yeah, if you fall asleep and it just happens to be in your pants. Hey, Mr. BS, my God.
Yo, Mr. BS.
Why do I feel like you're bullshitting me, Mr.
BS? What is it that you sleep with on you, Mr. BS?
Pecker wallet. Dude, I'll tell you straight up right now. I'm the same thing I'm rocking when I'm up. I'm rocking the JM4 tactical holster, and this is super comfy. But now that I got that upgrade, baby, I got that fat tack that I can hold a 19 with the Goon Beam and a big
or
old
17
or a 17 or this
a 47
right here that I can't show anyone. This
or 34.
That 34. Man, look at that. The poppies of war. This thing is so gorgeous. And this works with
For sure.
the shadow systems. This works with
It kind of reminds me of Patu-san a little bit.
yes. On to dude. Dude, I am okay. So snap. So I actually was working on a 34 for carry, and it was kind of it's a gun that I assembled off of a bunch of different stuff that I grabbed. I grabbed a frame here. I took a lower parts kit and slide parts kit out of this 100,000 round Glock, and it does still work, but it's kind of slipping on different uppers. The striker kind of slips and it goes binary sometimes because of how many rounds have been through this
What
thing.
a shame.
I know, right? Free binary trigger. Look at that. But obviously, for safety, I want to not be mag dumping on accident. Hey, Mr. BS, yes, sir. I love it, man. Y'all need to start sleeping in Konsu, dude. Yes,
Mr. Bullshitter, do you sleep with one in the chamber on your body?
yes. Is there another way to carry? Okay, guys, I would like to implore you. I don't want to employ you. I would like to encourage all of
I'm
you.
looking for employment.
Yeah, I'd like to encourage all of you guys to do this. If your rig is not comfortable enough for you to literally keep on you for every minute of the day outside of when you shower, then you need to find a different setup. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like once you find something that is just so ridiculously comfortable, it is not a pain in the ass. You're not like, oh, I'm sitting in the car, I got to take it out. Oh, I'm sitting down, I got to move it around or take it out or loosen my belt or whatever. If it is not just totally natural and like part of you, and
Then
you're
keep buying holsters, y'all.
you just don't give up. All right,
Don't give up.
I mean, look, I'm unemployed.
Unemployed.
But I'm gonna tell you, man,
Mr. Bullshitter keeps one in the head while he's sleeping.
there you go. Hell yeah, in the waistband, dude. Beautiful, man. I think, and you have to be right up here to do that, right? And everyone else watching is like, you're crazy to do that. Why is that crazy than just carrying the gun in any other way? I don't want to extend the time that I have to, get a gun or whatever. If let's just say, Red Dawn, if you woke up and someone was literally like this and they were like, get the flock out of bed.
That's why I have 2 Malinois, bro. I have 5 dogs.
They hit them with the sleepy
This one?
baloney.
They came in with all my dogs are like tranquilized.
You got a dart in your neck. Well, so let's say, okay, let's just say that they hit him with the sleepy baloney. Okay,
The sleepy
and they're
baloney.
like, hey, like in the cartoons and shit.
Yep,
when
yep.
they feed dogs, like
The
sleeping
antifreeze,
pills.
soaked it in some antifreeze.
Oh, dude. Don't do that. That's murder. That's different.
That is.
But
That's forever sleepy baloney.
that's forever sleepy baloney. So if they got through your dogs, if they got, why do I keep dropping everything? Jiminy Christmas. Sorry. If they got through your dogs, all 17 chickens, 5 dogs, all the rest of your entire
My 18
family,
locks that I have on each door.
yeah, your alarm system,
Silent, like
and
fucking
This
American
dude really-
Ninja. Beverly
yeah.
Hills Ninja on my
this
ass.
dude really wants to get you, all right? Like he's committed. But I'm just saying, what if there may be a moment, all right, where you could be in the kitchen cooking and your door just poof.
Well, I
blows
care
open.
if I'm in the house. I'm like right now. I'm carrying. I'm
Yeah.
carrying here. I'm carrying here. I have the rifle. Like I always have multiple guns. Either
Access.
one on me. Yeah. Even in the bathroom, I usually have 2 in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So
So-
that I'm not stressing, but like everything is within arm's reach, and I
But what
feel like it is more important. I think you would agree with this, to set up those contingencies and and
Of course.
stop gaps while
course.
you're sleeping. That don't just like sleep with your doors open and your gun in your waist.
Yeah, no, it is no like no reason to lack elsewhere, right? Like you have to have everything else in place. Like my attack dog, bro. Have you seen my attack dog? But like even okay, so let's say somebody was trying to seek me out to hurt me, that knows I carry a gun on me 24/7 all day every day no matter what, to the mailbox, to the bathroom, to bed, whatever, then they got to get the drop on me, right? So if I do wake
Because
up with,
shooting you from a distance with a scope while you're at the mailbox.
I would have to leave the house for that, you know. But shower pistols are okay. It's 2024. If you don't have a shower pistol, I mean, come on, dude. But I think it's important to have contingencies, but that's kind of the idea of like pace, right? You have your primary, you have your alternate, your contingency, and your emergency, and that's all I'm saying. I think it's important to have a rig that is so comfortable, like i.e. this, which I'm setting something up to carry in that thing.
Sleep with
Then,
that one on tonight.
dude,
I
one thing I would not have a problem sleeping in that one at all. It holds it just as low, and I think that's a big piece of it too, is being able to carry the gun lower, especially if you're a bigger dude. You know, you got a little gut. Even though I am trimming down, losing a little bit of weight, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
It's just like carrying the gun that much lower is way more comfortable because I can like bend over, I can do stuff, I can sit down and not feel like I'm, having a gun digging in my gut or in my hip or
See,
anything.
I do think there's a
Still
balance
draw it
of
too.
that. Like bending over, it's better if it's lower. When I'm seated, it's better if it's a little higher, right?
Mm.
Because that fold and everything is, you're compressing everything. So
Yeah.
if it's low, when you're seated, you could lean back, but
Mhm.
like if you got to sit straight up, it's better if it's up on that belly button area.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah. It just depends. Like for me, I position it to where when I sit, it goes like this with my legs, not up with my gut. But I can
Gotcha.
still, if needed, I can still move my garment and I can reach and grab it. I can just reach, move my gut, and I'm just kidding. But
I was gonna say I want the short that Fat Tack put out. I want it from Dark where it's
dude,
like
I have no problem doing it. I would
I
love to
can't
do
wait
it.
for the short.
It's not, I don't have as much stuff to move in that area
I got a little
anymore,
bit to
but
move.
I
A
mean,
little bit to move.
I could definitely move it, but dude, it's I'm still pulling, sub 1.25 draw the first shot out of this holster. And that's live fire and laser drills. You tried to call me out on the laser drill. Like laser drills don't count.
Red dots are faster than LPVOs, yo.
In most cases, yes. I think with kind of the situation that I fell into was that my last gun, this one up here, was way heavier than this one here. It doesn't look like it looking in the background, but like, bro, it's like when a tennis player practices with two rackets and then they switch to the one racket, and it's just I'm literally sub 1 second from patrol, low ready and high ready, and sub 2 second bill drills on both laser and live fire. And I'll do live fire videos.
My
laser videos.
my 7.5 300 blackout with the can is heavier than my 11.5 with no can on 5.56.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And actually, I do have some 11.5-inch videos I got to get out because, I got that Anderson Manufacturing Frontline Duty Grade AR, which I'm pumped about. Flying Rich, thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, I missed it for a second. I had to go back to it. He says, I sling the PS90 in the shower. It's all plastic.
Except the bolt.
Yeah, and
except the parts that matter.
Yeah, right. Dark just open and OnlyFans. I mean, would y'all be into that? Or I'm just kidding. Lucas at T-Rex Arm just started counting Benjamins. Just
Naked bill drills on
naked bill
OnlyFans.
drills. I could probably pull that off. It might be faster to get my strap from the bedside than from my waistband while I'm sleeping. But if someone is standing over me, waistband would be a less obvious draw for sure. Yeah, and it depends. Like if someone is gonna like at gunpoint take you to another location, being able to sneak a
Here's a good
draw.
question though. If someone is standing over you like that, wouldn't it be better to have a knife in your hand?
Maybe. I mean, it's important to have a knife on your person as well. Because
But if that's the situation that we're carrying the sleepy EDC.
I mean, not necessarily. Because okay, if you're
I mean,
laying
yeah,
in
you
bed-
could just turn your hand if you could. But do you carry appendix or side carry it? Sleeping?
appendix.
So if they're sleeping on you, now they're sitting on it.
Well, so if they're sleeping like on their
They're
on their-
straddling you like your first
they're
time you ever
straddling
did.
me. So I'm in my head, I was picturing a guy like at the foot of your bed standing, like that. Not like if
Gotcha.
they're on top of me and I ain't wake up.
You didn't wake up. You were dreaming. You were having like a
Did I get sleepy baloney too?
you were having one of those dreams.
Yeah.
But then you woke up and it's the masked bandit and he's got it like
man.
in your mouth.
I thought it was Hillary Clinton, and it ends up being the Just playing. Dude. Yeah, I mean, obviously, most of this. Let's be real. Most of the stuff, the scenarios that we're talking about, are absolutely ridiculous. To date, I have needed very few bullets to save my life each day. However, I still carry a minimum 20 rounds is like my minimum on me in a semi-auto handgun. DLD has nightmares of AFT agents and Priuses.
Can we ask what Prism Goon Beam has on that offset?
Yeah, I didn't see that yet. Hang on, more beta prints. Member for 30 months, bro, for the shower dogs. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Hold on. I like that system you described before, Dark, for keeping a shower pistol. Yeah, honestly, it's the best way to do it. It's like $7 to $9. So with buying inflation, it's probably $14 to $20 now. You can get one of those cheap Walmart plastic camping containers with an O-ring and literally just throw a gun like that. I threw a J-frame in there, but that was a terrible decision because J-frames are actually extremely complicated inside. They're simple on the outside, highly complicated on the inside, and you're exposing it to hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold with moisture. So you get condensation on the inside and it could still rust. You can actually develop a lime scale and shit like that on the inside.
The best shower gun for the money is the Palmetto State Dagger.
Bro, actually, that's not a bad idea.
You don't care too much about it. You can swap and put all OEM parts in it and takes your Glock mags.
For me, it's the Keltec P3AT that was $100 at
Those still exist. They didn't exist in my timeline.
Bro, I still got it. I have at least 2 of them. And I got the Ruger LCP and I got a few of the 380s. I like them for stupid little throwaway guns. Obviously.
Ooh, I forgot it. I took a video of a short today of the new Bodyguard 2.0.
Oh, nice.
It's very nice.
Drone clears property before opening the door. That's not a bad idea. Just having a designated one where you shower, etc. Yes, that is important. Fuck it, just open carry. I mean, you could open carry. Tim Harper had some crazy stuff going on, by the way, with his videos, dude. Tim, I did see those. Holy moly!
I'll be right back. I got to bring my kid an apple.
Yeah, go ahead. Look, man, I am a fan of open carrying in some certain conditions. In most conditions, I'm not a fan of open carrying, and I think that the purpose of having a hidden firearm on you is to keep it hidden so people do not know that you have it. So if someone is going to do something terrible to you, they don't think they're going to get a free gun out of it. I'm not saying that it's like, oh, well, I want to hide my deterrent because I want them to come hurt me. It's like, no, obviously, you have to exercise dozens and dozens and dozens of other skills prior to just exercising the muscles of, draw, press out, fire. I think it's important that all of us, also work on our, skills of just mingling in public, your situational awareness, your, communication skills, your ability to, de-escalate and talk someone down, and also your ability to fool them with trickery using NLP. And then the moment that they trust you, pow! I'm just kidding. No, don't do that either. I was joking. Finally, my new silencer has the Form 3 file. Nice, man. That's what's up. Muscle memory dictates the best place for me is 3 o'clock on my belt line. Too many years in uniform. Dude, I feel you. I'm with that. I mean, for years and years and years, I carried 330 ish, and like that was my comfortable spot. And for a long time, I was carrying a 26, and then I eventually went to a 19, and like after, I'll throw a 17 in there, a 34, or like, Beretta or something else, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, this thing is like really really printing. Or I'll wear something different and be printing way more than I was with a big super baggy t-shirt or something like that. So the first time I tried out appendix carry was with a holster that was not made for appendix carry, and it was not comfortable, and I took that thing out every single chance that I got. Then I started appendix carrying. Well, actually there's two layers to this. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I get it. You're retarded. You don't understand a word I say.
So two things. One, I used to carry with a clip draw, and I'm sure a lot of you know what that is. A clip draw, I can't even pick this up to show you. A clip draw is, they make them for a lot of different firearms, but on the slide of a Glock, you pop out the back plate, you put a new back plate in that has threaded, screw holes, and then you basically screw down essentially like a pocket clip on your Glock so it rides the slide, right? And it does recommend to not carry one in the chamber when you're using the clip draw, but I always did. And that honestly, I carried that very, very solid. I used to carry that like Mexicary cross draw for a while, one in the chamber, because really your leg, your boxers in your leg and your jeans become your trigger.
Your balls are your
And
trigger.
your balls. And look, I mean, I used to Mexicary with nothing, and I'm not saying that's the wise thing to do with a 1911 too. Like, ooh. That was.
Speaking of Mexicans,
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that too. But then I started carrying like 330 with clip draw, but I was like still having some issues. So then I got a gun belt, and then I started rocking the clip draw with a gun belt, and like all bulk is gone at that point. Like it's super low profile. I used to like play games of basketball with a pair of shorts, Glock with a clip draw, and I used one of those super cheap OEM Glock magazine carriers, which I have a few. I could show you guys if you want to see them, but they're like sub $15. They're like $12, and they're OWB Glock OEM made magazine carriers, and they're awesome, super low profile. But then I ended up switching to Galco Royal Guards and Summer Comforts, and those were great. But when I started switching to appendix stuff, it wasn't made for appendix. The moment I started carrying appendix with holsters that were made for it, it changed the game. But I was still taking it out because it was like super uncomfortable, jabbed in my gut. It just wasn't the most comfortable. And then the holster that I started using for appendix carry was actually a cheap $20 holster that I got when I turned 18, and I still to that day use that holster. It is a multi-fit holster. I probably have it over here somewhere. I could go grab it. It's a multi-fit holster. It's $20, and I can fit everything from Glocks to J frames to my Beretta to a SIG to whatever. It just works with anything, and it keeps it super super low too. But then I found the Fat Tac holsters and the JM4 tactical holsters, and that design of holding the gun so low was just the game changer. I mean, it changed everything. So that's what brought me comfort for me personally. Otherwise, I would have been taking out my gun constantly, trying to just stop it from digging into my gut.
Yeah, for me, the tier 1 has been the best thing I found for just comfort, keeping it flat, having that extra mag. I like the sidecar holster. I like appendix carry. It feels better on my back. Getting in and out of my car, I'm not worried about my gun hitting the freaking seatbelt clip thing. But I like the sidecar. I feel like it gives it balance for me.
Yeah, I agree. It does. Even if you have separate rigs carrying a mag on one side and the firearm on one side, I do feel like it gives like uniformity to what would usually be a little bit of like a bulge or a bulk. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You could print a little bit, but you kind of even it out with a secondary magazine.
for sure. I mean, I like the Neo mags. I like the Neo Mag attachments. I think everything Neo Mag does is awesome. I would swap out my clips for those Neo Mag things. But it's like, takes a little bit more work, and pocket carrying a mag means, my dagger on my left side's got to move. I also keep my keys attached to the belt loop, and then it's on like a lanyard. So it goes lanyard into the pocket, but it's still attached to my belt. So my pockets are usually pretty full. Then I got 2 phones, and the 2 phones go in there. One's a work phone, obviously.
That's the same thing for me, by the way. I just want to add, I love the idea of the Neo Mag, but I carry too much other stuff in my pockets as well. Like on my right side, I will always have a knife. Like that is always the number one go-to spot for my knife. And then on the left side, I have my goon
Ben's
bean
made.
on one side, and then I have the hot sauce on the other side. And I for me personally, and this is what I carry all day, every day, is what I sleep with too. And honestly, if you guys want, literally hit me up in the middle of the night and be like, show me proof that you're in bed right now with your kid on. I will immediately show, like, no delay.
That would be an awesome short.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like people like don't believe me or something. And it's I think everybody should sleep with a gun in their waistband just in case somebody tries to take you away from, from wherever you're at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I do want to add, so this is another obviously Fat Tac is like our holster company, right? Not our holster company, but like that is my preferred holster company. They are like homies of the channel, and like those are our boys, right? But just to give an idea, like usually when you see the clip on a holster, it's like somewhere around this area, right? Which means that your belt line is up here, and your holster, your gun that's held all the way up here, is like this is all above your waistline, right? But this one, it actually goes all the way up here. So this thing right here opens up. You slide this all the way inside your waistband, fold it closed, and this is literally, the handle is just poking out enough to be able to.
That thing looks comfy.
Dude, it's crazy. I could literally carry 2 guns. And you know what? I'll do this. Okay, so I just switched over, and I'll show this to you guys, because Lord knows I can't.
Now you're dual wielding pistols to bed.
I'm literally. I was gonna say. Oh, and for the people asking about the thumbnail, that's the view. So just so you guys know that. So this is.
That's funny.
Isn't that great? This is the current setup of what be in my pants. Hold on. I guess I shouldn't show the one where I'm holding it because they would trip out about that. I was getting some getting some. All right, so let's do this one. I'll show this one. Boop, boop. Okay, I'm sending this to myself. And I dual wield black powder pistols. That sounds incredibly.
You dirty pirate, you.
Yeah, right. It sounds cumbersome. Okay, so present. So this is my current setup. I just switched everything up. So I've been rocking the 43X with the 20+1 with the TLR7 sub, but I didn't have an optic on it, and because it was a standard non-MOS gun, but my 48 was the MOS gun. So this is a 48 with a TLR7 sub with the Shield Arms 20+1. So it's a 15 round magazine with a +5 extension +1 in the head, so it's 21 rounds total. And then I have, of course, the Angry Bear Arms sights on it with their Hackathorn style. So they're blacked out serrated rear.
Those are smaller than the ones you showed me on the 45.
Yes, they are. Yep, they're lower sights, but you can still use them in conjunction with the red dot because it's direct to slide mount for the RMSC cut optic, and that is the Gideon Judge. And holy moly, so I was having issues mounting the Gideon Judge to the 48, and then I found that because Gideon is awesome, they do have a like 6 sets of screws in there, and they had one set of screws that was tucked in there that I did not see, that was the proper height to not stab the screw onto the ejection plunger spring. So I swapped those out. I mounted that, and that's my current setup. The only thing I'm missing, please, someone help me. I need a 43X magwell that's not too ridiculous. 43X 48 magwell. If someone out there can help me find, really what I want is the Shield Arms S15 magwell.
Why don't you use that one?
Because that shit's $80, bro.
What about what's our boys who make all the polymers? Not Striker. What are they called? Strike. Yeah.
So almost every other company, Strike Industries, they make them for standard 9mm Glocks. Marconi Armory, one of the best magwells out there. They are made only for standard 9mm Glocks, or standard size Glocks, 940 357 SIG. Smells like pour in here. But here's the thing. There's so many other excellent magwells that you can get for like $15 to $30 out of like machined aluminum. And I'm like,
I won't do that again.
Why the fuck is this shit $80? Like, I'll spend, 30, 40, 50, maybe even $60 on a magwell. But here's why I'm saying I don't want to just,
it's worth it.
This.
Yeah,
I believe it is. I believe it is. But also it comes up to like here on me, the magwell. So I don't even know if it is going to be.
It's tiny though. It's like the smallest one too that you can get. I think they're charging that much because it works with their mags. You have to make sure, how stupid it is to order a random magwell and somehow it just doesn't work with the mag extensions or something. But it's very small. It's super slim of a magwell.
But it probably wouldn't be too bad, and it does make for easier, better reloads. But honestly, the reason that I want to like totally finish this off, so I've got obviously the slide, barrel, upper parts, get all that, lower, lower parts, all that shit, good to go. Several magazines for it, the TLR7 sub for it. Are you
running the Shield Arms mag release?
I'm not in that one. That is actually a factory. I want to see at what point it fails. So I do have a another magazine release, a Shield Arms magazine release, but I want to see at what point it fails. I do believe it will, because do you know why they say to replace it?
Yeah, because the metal of the mag is going to chew off the polymer of the mag release. I just think it'll take a long time for it to happen. I mean, unless
Yeah.
you're,
But it's
I mean,
not
if
from
you're doing mag
insertion.
chain, if you're doing like slams constantly on that in your
So
house,
that's what I was blown away about. I was like, it's got to be from inserting and removing and inserting and removing. So what they said, they wrote this, there's this whole write-up on it. And what they said was it's actually not from insertion and removal.
it's the
It's
recoil.
from, yes, the recoil, because there's forward to backward movement in those magazines. It
Shaving off a little
literally,
bit.
it saws at it. It literally saws away at the polymer. And I was like, oh,
Mm.
okay, that makes sense, because it does move forward and back, which means that
So,
sharp.
like, finally, if you're waiting for that special moment for it to happen, it happens right in the gunfight, and your mag just
And my mag
drops.
falls out. Yeah, dude.
And then you do the reload and you're teacupping to hold it the next one in
Yes.
there.
Dude, I literally, I would hold that mofo in, or I'd literally
Yeah.
pull some what's his name, Pew Life or whatever,
Pew
the
view.
Pew View. Yeah, I would just do some Pew View and like flick open flick up a round and catch it in there, close it. Pew. Look, I mean, I should just change it, but I'm like curious. I'm like, I wonder how long it would take,
Does anyone ever wonder like how many takes it takes for him to get that round to fall in there on the empty mag?
I've heard some folks that know him. I've heard some stuff about off-camera pew view.
I mean, you can tell if you film, you're like, okay, that was probably about the 37th take.
For sure, yeah. I mean, he is very, very, very
I think he
good
hits the
at shooting.
1.1x also.
Dude, I wouldn't say anything like that, because that could hurt people's feelings and stuff. No, but I mean, I think he's very, very skilled at shooting. One of the ways you can tell he's very skilled at shooting is that he does not have a traditional firing grip. So he just does what works for him to shoot faster.
Have you seen his video on his grip, the super high?
No, I haven't seen it. I didn't know he did a video on it.
Yeah, he's got a video on it.
Mm. Oh, so okay, so sorry. So what I was saying is what I would like to do is I think this may be the setup that I throw a magwell on, and after having the lower good to go with the light and the magwell and the mags that I want, and the upper and the sights that I want, and the red dot that I want, I think now once I get that magwell, I could get it Cerakoted. And maybe this could be the gun, y'all, that you guys pick what the Cerakote is. You don't tell me. You send your ideas to Jay with Liberty Bell Firearms on Instagram. Whatever your ideas are. If
You know the I'm going to tell you what I want him to do for you. You know the Trump Glock 45s and stuff. Now they're probably going to make Glock 47s, but you know the ones with like etched Trump in it and everything.
I literally was about to buy a Glock 47. Obviously, I can't just drop the money now, but
yes.
I mean, I was so tempted to buy a Glock 47 just in honor of remembering, the 47th. Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Yes, I'm familiar.
I want him to do that, but do like Hillary Clinton all over it. Like a Clinton edition of Hillary all over your gun.
Yo.
And then we'll call it the Assassin.
Oh. Please do not. And no Hillary Clinton guns, no Diddy guns. All right. I would literally I can't say that. I definitely can't say that.
I just want to see your face when you open it up. I shouldn't have said anything because the surprise would have been amazing.
Well, dude, so that's
if you open it up like
I've been telling people, I'm like, yo, if you have an idea, literally all you have to do is go to, and I say go to Instagram, but really you could contact Jay with Liberty Bell Firearms anywhere, email, phone, that he has all of his contacts on his website. And any idea that you have, I'm kind of tempted to send him the MP5 though, because that's more workspace. We could do way more with the MP5, you know. I want a trash gun. I want a gun with like trash on it. I want to make it look like it came
An
out
Oscar the Grouch gun?
no, like I want to make it look like it literally got pulled out of the dumpster. Like there's like candy bars on it, like boogers with hair, poop with corn, like slime on it. I want to make it look like it smells.
Like a Ren and Stimpy gun?
Yes, that's exactly that is the vibe. Yes. And like have its log on it, or you know. Rudy Finney, brother, great to see you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming and hanging
The
out.
Diddy gun, call it the baby oiler.
Oh, yuck. I would call it a baby something. Lightning McQueen, great to see you. Tech Money, Sandwich Chef, all you guys. Appreciate y'all. Wired Tight, what's up, brother?
I would rock the Clinton gun. I don't know. I don't think I'd rock the Kamala gun, but I for sure would not rock the Nancy Pelosi one.
Oh no, dude, that thing would be saggy.
Yeah, trade in next day.
Yikes.
I drive to the bluest city I could find and trade it in there.
This would be high value, bro. High value. Oh, Empire Katana V3 Magwell for 43x48 is $75 unless you can find it cheaper. Yeah, and I know Gutter Cheese mentioned earlier, I forgot to address it. Yamap Gimbai, appreciate you being here as well. Thank you. Damien Christ, brother, great to see you. Baby Orca. So there are a lot of 3D printed magwells for the 43X and 48. But if I'm going to potentially send that out to get it Cerakoted, I don't want to run a 3D printed magwell on it. I mean, it would probably be totally fine, but I just I want to run an aluminum one. I mean, I would run a polymer one, but I think I'd prefer the aluminum one. But if I got the MP5 Cerakoted, I don't know. That'd be kind of dope. I did change my MP5. I have a different setup with it now.
Yeah, but you don't want to get the MP5 done like super loud or anything. That's like your
I don't want
incognito gun.
Yeah, that's it's the laptop bag gun. It's the, you know, it's a I guess I probably wouldn't want it done all stupid like, oh, look at that. Look who went live. Imagine.
Tyrant CNC makes a 43X magwell for $69.
Yeah. I just still think that's am I a poor now? I just think that's still super expensive.
GS EDC Glock store 43X magwells. $80 for the GS. I can't believe they're still making like red anodized and blue anodized Glock parts. Who are you people out there buying these blue and red anodized Glock parts?
Don't you have a bunch of gold anodized shit all over your gun?
Nope.
Yeah, right. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
On my 43X, I did. It was all the shield gold, but I don't have that gun anymore.
No, I thought your Gen 5 45 had a bunch of gold. Oh no, that's flat dark.
No, it's
right?
FDE. Yeah.
Does that still qualify, or
the same as blue anodizing and red anodizing on Glocks?
You know, it is pretty hilarious to see like dudes. Why is it only showing? It should.
I mean, I think it's cool for like competition stuff because it's like a race car type.
No, it's not.
I'm
it's
with
not
you.
Cool.
I'm trying to justify it.
Trying to make the dudes out there right now that have them make them not feel as stupid, you know.
We love you guys.
Yeah, we love you. We're just totally making fun of you.
If you're doing the purple anodized, you're really I don't know what happened.
Yo, I don't know. I saw a bunch of lavender anodized shit and I was like, yo, that shit kind of looks fire, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so present. All right, so this I switched up my MP Fever, and I took the right side folding brace off, and I threw. Shout out to Big Fish. Big Fish actually sent this to. Actually, I think I was supposed to send him something else. Well, I sent him the knives, but either way, let me know. Hey, BB Luminous, good to see you. Nah, lavender is based AF, and I'll carry it daily. F your feelings. Have a dick. Have a dick.
I can't lie. I do like some of the plum stuff I've seen coming out. The plum
bro,
mags, the plum Glock lowers. The
I
plum is
love plum.
yeah.
Omaha Outdoors does a bunch of plum. Did you see that that one Omaha Outdoor they have this huge magazines section of Cerakoted stuff. They got the 40 round PMag and plum. And
That's fire.
I got my chrome and
But
plum.
they're Cerakoting them, right? They're not like
Yeah, they're Cerakoting them. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did pick up 2 OD green Gen 3 windowed PMags today.
Oh, nice. Dude, I'm waiting on a couple of the new mags. The T mags. The translucent P mags.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to Anderson. Use code
I
DARK.
forgot they made those.
Yeah, actually, if you go to Anderson, anything you get on Anderson,
Does Anderson have the T-Mags?
I think they might. But 10% off if you use code DARK. So this is the brace extended. This is a brace extended. And then if you take another schluck here, take a schluck at this shmoney bag. I have exactly 200 rounds. I got 180 in the mags up there, and then 20 rounder in the Gizon, and it fits in that little schlap top bag, and it's great, dude. I love that setup because it's tiny as hell, and I didn't even. How did I not hit the most important part? If you take a schlook at this fire control group area right here, you'll see that it says safe 1, and it's got a boop boop right there. I did that myself with a paint marker, and that's because it has that $799 Franklin binary trigger in there, and that thing freaking dude.
I only run 9 non-binary triggers.
Yes, non-binary.
They're in right now.
You don't want to dead name them. So if they're non-binary, but yeah, I mean, I would love to Cerakote that, but I mean, I also so one of the ideas that I had for Cerakote, with shout out to Jay with Liberty Bell Firearms, I think actually you can use code DARK with Jay with Liberty Bell on any Cerakote job with zero minimum, so no minimum. It could be a $30 job. He'll do it, and it's 20% off. 20% off all Cerakote work with Jay with Liberty Bell Firearms. He's awesome. He's a really good dude. He did all the laser work for all the foam for definition knives. He's straight up G.
I want to get my 14.5 Cerakoted, so we're gonna have to holler at Jay.
Yeah. It's like $200 on PSA right now. What's $200? Look up Tokarev AR style 12 gauge. Oh yeah, I saw that. It's so funny that they're calling stuff by the name of other guns. Like I just find that so weird. Tokarev AR style 12 gauge 18.5 inch 5-round shotgun, urban camo graffiti, for a laugh. It's like $200 on PSA. Why would you call something the Tokarev when that is an existing designation or firearm name? Like why? I don't get it. Like that's like making a double-barreled shotgun and naming it the AK-47. Like that just seems stupid.
Let's check it out. It is $200,
and I bet you get all of exactly what you pay for with that bad boy.
Yeah, it looks top quality. I mean, I honestly have seen some of these things run, but I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna stick to.
Yeah, it's like
not.
I'm sure it runs for a time. There's an amount of time that runs, and then there is a time that it will stop running. or that parts will break on it, and that look, I'm sorry, I'm that guy that's like it's longevity is a huge piece of firearm ownership. If you're getting something that is going to last a very long time, then it's worth it. And even like, okay, so let's say in this case, if you were going to spend $200 on a shotgun, I would literally stop somebody. Hey, John Crump, I would literally stop somebody from buying that and be like, dude, take that $200 and put that on a Mossberg Maverick Model 88, and that shit will give you your entire
A
life.
lifetime.
Yes, that is a lifetime service gun.
I still have to get me a Shockwave. That's like on my list. Shockwave, please. Shockwave with a stock. It's SBR, that thing. Throw a stock on it. I want an actual shotgun stock and rock the
Dude,
OG SBS.
I got the 14.5-inch Mossberg 590 Shockwave with a brace on that thing. That thing's a beast. It is indeed a beast. And I mean, that was one of the first platforms that I went to the Velcro side saddle, because when I finally realized like a year or so ago that I used to make fun of dudes with Velcro side saddles till I understood that it was to be able to rip it off, throw it, and put a new one on there. I was like, oh, like that makes so much more sense. Yes, see, buy a Maverick 88. That's what I'm saying. So like, okay, let's say Lynchpin's Nizumi chest rig, right? $59. Great, that's crazy. There's 59 people in here. It just went to 59. Anyway, $59. You can carry 12 AR mags in it. Like that's insane. And 2 GP pouches and a map pouch that covers the whole span of the chest rig.
And it's padded.
Super comfortable. It's crazy. Highly recommend it.
That shit's like getting a hug the whole time you're wearing it.
Isn't it pretty crazy? And it doesn't obstruct your like ability to shoulder the rifle. It is probably one of the best $59 chest rigs that I've ever used. I have literally
It's the best I think I've ever.
Yeah. I don't know of any others in that price range that do what that one does, but hands down, that one is the best one. I only own a couple chest rigs. All the other stuff that I own is like their armor plate carriers. But dude, I kind of want to take a bunch of the shotgun Velcro side saddle things and just load those mofos up with I don't even know, you could probably hold over 100 rounds of shotgun ammo in that thing.
Yeah, I think you can hold 16 PCC mags, 4 in each one.
Dude, that's nuts. I think I may be able to get 6 MP5 mags in each one.
I bet you. So I was just looking at the T mag, and they changed up the stuff on the side of this mag. They didn't they made it a whole new mag where it's slick on the side, and I'm guessing you could fit those 3 side by side.
Do you want to screen share it?
Sure.
Yes, Vanessa Kitty, you get it. Mossberg Mariner. I love the stainless shotguns. Those things are stunningly gorgeous. Yes, look at that. That is a beaut. Yeah, you might be able to mess around and fit 3 of those in in each one. So that would be 12. 12? Dang. Yeah, that's fire.
That shit's fire.
Is that on Anderson or is that on Magpul?
That's on Magpul.
Magpul. Dang. Yeah, that thing looks clean. I mean, I do like translucent mags. I got a bunch of translucent mags. My dog is making noises and shit.
Magpul makes their own lower?
Oh,
or is it just for this picture?
That's got to be a sample lower.
Ooh, the Magpul lower.
Yeah, it's probably just like
is it polymer?
No. Hold up. Can you zoom in?
Yep.
Zoom in on that fire control area. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I saw a third hole for a second, but it's the laser engraving of the fire. I mean, that is fresh though. That is fresh. I cannot wait. I think I have 2 or 3 on the way, and I am paying for them. By the way, I'm just saying. I think people think that you get a bunch of ish for free. Although I will say that companies do bless us doing stuff like this. Goombeam has been a huge blessing. Gideon has been a huge blessing. And Goombeam, if you're out there, who do I need to golf to get the IR pistol light I can put on my helmet? Let me know. My hands are ready to do some shilling. I think there was something else. Oh, and I need that jumbo mag light that you got too. That thing. Oh, and your bezel broke on your shit.
Yeah, he's hit me back. I think he's got one headed my way.
Nice.
I don't know if you can screen share this.
Nope, can't. What is that?
Magpul Armament Co. I don't know if the other side is sold out. Second most sought after lower receiver ever to be produced. May we present you with the Magpul MPLA lower receiver. Magpul did a very limited run of lower receivers one time, and that was it. The only other lower that is more sought after than the MPLA is the MPLA China doll.
Now that is hold on. Is that an ambi bolt release on it?
Yes.
I see. Okay. I'm listening, Magpul.
If it's MPLA, does that mean it's printed in MPLA? In PLA? You think?
No, it's gotta stand for something else.
Magpul lower
Yeah.
unobtainium.
Yeah. Magpul lower AR rifle. I don't know. Whatever it is. I mean, that definitely looked like billet, billet. Oh, aluminum. Maybe
Aluminum.
Rifle aluminum. Whatever it says. PLA mag pull. Whatever. Anyway, that's cool. I do like that.
Magpul lower aluminum.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Assembly, Bob. Senor Bob. Great to see you, my guy. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we should probably talk about what we were saying we were going to talk about.
Show starts at 1 hour and 37 minutes.
Yo, literally somebody did that. They dropped a comment and they were like, how Satan would take over the country starts at 48 minutes. I was like, sorry. We run our mouths, man.
At least put all of them on there, like what we talk about the first 10 minutes, intro, like the
I know. I like the chapters or whatever.
Yeah.
I should do it. And honestly, for years and years I've been saying, you know what, I should take my shows and do like shorts of them and put out shorts to bring people to the shows. And I know that's just stuff that I don't do. When I do
I got to figure out how to do it. I've tried to do it. I don't know how.
Oh, dude, there's a bunch of ways to do it. You could actually auto-magically do it.
That's the way I want to do it. The fastest, easiest way to do it.
Hey, somebody just bought a Goombeam. That's what's up. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you guys.
Goombeam.
Your ADD is okay with me. Squirrel. Appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. Okay, so we actually did talk about a couple things, like you and I did offline. We talked about the moves that Trump is making. We talked about the cabinet positions that are being filled. We talked about the border, and we briefly talked about the whole Delta Force and immigration thing. I don't personally think that there's been any verification of special operations being called on. So like there's verified, like Trump saying that he's going to use special operations to what, like, where did this come from?
If you go to the video I sent you of what's his name?
Mike Glover.
Mike Glover, and you go to the comments, there's a guy in there saying, I work for XYZ over by the border and we're preparing missions right now.
So okay, so there are special operations dudes literally at the border, stationed at the border. That's 100% verifiable. I'm just saying I don't know if they're going to go in and do capture kill missions on cartel members.
That's what he said. They're preparing missions right now. They're all excited.
Well, I mean, if a stranger on YouTube said it in a comment, I mean,
it's
that is
unverifiable, but
yeah. I mean,
I think one of the things that verifies it is who he picked. Like the dude he picked as the borders are,
yeah,
he ain't playing games. He ain't gonna be like, yeah, so I've gone down to the border a couple times. He ain't pulling the Kamala on us.
Yeah, no, he ain't doing that.
I think who he picked is for a reason.
The dude is basically a Templar Knight, you know. The guys.
If you look at the picks he's picking, they are the squad that goes after people. Like Matt Gaetz is not playing around, right? Like Department of Justice, Matt Gaetz, DA, that is like we're gonna look into J6. We're gonna be doing things, and
we may actually see some truth. I mean, that's man, can you imagine?
This is the thing that we talked about with that video is when you start to do things, there will be after effects. There will be aftershocks. There are going to be revolts and fighting back of distractions and false Freddies and things like that to curb the fact that he is probably going to bring a reckoning upon a lot of things.
Dude, maybe the first 4 years was a dry run, and maybe this next 4 years is going to bring a little bit of cleanliness. I think, look, it appears to me that there is no time, like he is not wasting a moment. He's coming in, like, just like look at the information that's dropping. One thing I do want to hit on is that a lot of people have been saying, like, with the whole national handgun permit thing. Let me address this real quick. 5G says my boy's still stationed at Coronado Amphib base. Told me the same today. That's what's up. Appreciate that. Not my name, brother. Good to see you. Brandon Herrera as the ATF director. 90 machine gun amnesty period. Bro, we are due the 90-day machine gun amnesty period from May of 86. We're still due that. I mean, you know, anyway.
Does that mean you can drill holes for 90 days?
Yes, and register them. There was an additional 90 days of amnesty to register machine guns pre-May of 86 when they shut down the books. There was still another 90 days that they were supposed to extend it, and they did not. But that 90 days of amnesty still does exist. So technically, if we had someone in the ATF that was super based, they could say, hey, this was something that was due to the people, that was taken from them. So we need to, bro, what would you, okay, let's do this real quick. And then we'll get back to the,
since we verified they can give away free tax stamps.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dude. Let's ask this. If you had 90 days to lawfully, and let's say it was $200 a stamp, right? To lawfully register any machine gun that you wanted, and let's say they capped it at 10 or something like that, what would you do?
I would do my KP9 because that thing is like designed for that. And I would do probably 2 other rifles. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy.
But would you do machine gun conversion devices, or would you convert the actual like lowers, or what would you do?
I mean, I'd probably take it somewhere to have someone drill out a hole, and then I'd order the I mean, would we be able to order like trigger groups?
Yeah, I mean, technically, you can order full auto parts right now. It would be unlawful to, you know,
Install them.
well, and
I'd probably do 3 lowers that way.
because you
And
could there. I am sure that a full auto conversion device, if it were legal, so all the Fed boys in chat, chill out. If it were legal, I'm sure there is a full auto conversion device that would work with your KP9 and other AKs out there. And then of course there's AR compatible AR, full auto conversion devices as well.
Fluffy Bunny's comments hilarious. You get a hole, and you get a hole, and you get a hole.
Yes. Dude, I would absolutely okay. So first off, that Geisley Super Duty lower that I got just chilling doing nothing, that thing is literally so Geisley Super Duty lowers are full auto ready. They just have to be drilled. And then, I mean, it would probably be a good idea to anodize over the hole, or at least coat it in some way, because the sear does get some movement, and that sear pin on raw aluminum, it can kind of bore out the area. If anyone out there has worked at an 0702 SOT, you know that over time it starts to kind of little bit of vibration and movement. But anyway, so am I bleeding? I'm bleeding. That's what happens when I scratch myself too hard. Anyway, sorry. So I would definitely do some lowers. I would probably do my one of my Super Duty lowers, and I would probably do maybe the LWRC lower there. And
Oh, that bolt is done after that.
oh yeah, it's already done. So that thing has been beat up to hell. And I would like to do. I mean, it would be cool to have like a Glock like PDW, like with a switch or something like that. That would be super simple.
Are switches on the table to buy for this time?
Probably not buy. You would need to register the switch itself. So probably yes. I mean that you would either need to manufacture. Oh no, you'd have to Form 1 it, so it couldn't exist to be purchased. It would have to be Form 1. It would have to be manufactured. So you'd have to manufacture a switch.
So you could buy what is it? The Glock 38, is it?
The
one with the switch on the side?
No, that's the Glock 18.
18.
Yeah. So I think the way the amnesty would work is that they would say, okay, you have to Form 1, so you have to manufacture the machine gun to lawfully register it, because if it already exists as a machine gun or a machine gun conversion device, then it technically would have already had to have been registered.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I feel like we all should have been alive before May of '86, where you could just,
I'm sure some of them in the chat were.
Yeah, I bet. We bro in Palm Beach doing G18 slides. Oh, that would be so fire. But a G18 slide will not just fit directly on a G17. The rails of the firearm are different for that specific reason. But the slide is the auto sear on a Glock 18. You can change a 17. Well, anyway, so yeah, I would do that. Even though it's stupid, I would love to do a Mac 11. It just sucks because their magazines are so unreliable.
No thanks.
A Tech 9 would be cool, but so unreliable. Just for nostalgia.
PCCs would be where it's at, because that's what it's missing. That's what
course.
the PCC is missing.
Yeah.
The MP9, I already know the MP5.
I would definitely do the MP5, and I would definitely do the Scorpion. That's the Scorpion.
Although I heard that the Scorpion runs the best with a binary out of any PCC. I heard it's kind of ridiculous.
I run the shat out of that thing. Sub 3 seconds for a 35 round mag. It's just wow. It's just crazy. But I'm a little nervous because there's a lot of out of battery detonations with the Scorpion. I never had one, but as soon as they were happening all over the place, I'm like, I'm just gonna put this thing back in the safe. I haven't run that thing like in probably years. That would be dope. What else do I got up in here? Hold up. Oh, that SIG 556 SBR, the crank, dude. So many of these guns that are like, they're cool, but if they were full auto, it would be like, bro, like that. That's and then cue the person in chat. It's like, I've deployed 17 times last week and I never used full auto once. It's stupid. It's a waste of ammo. It's tactically inefficient. Whatever. It's cool. Okay. And you can't tell me that in any kind of combat situation that it is not a good option to just switch over to the keeping heads down setting. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, violence of action. Come on.
Yeah.
The
Suppressive
brain.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually for sure order me one of those freaking the RPKs that we talked about, building that shit
bro.
ASAP.
And that's the great thing about doing some lowers. Throw it on whatever, throw it on
Yep.
a 20-inch bro, that would be fire. That would be fire. Dude, I would love to. Man, I wonder if you some kind of full auto shotgun of some sort.
Ooh.
Just send mofos breakdancing out of your house. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, that shit is just mean. I mean, you think about it, right? If
I
you
need
got
a pickup truck with a mount for a full auto shotgun.
yes, with the butterfly. But you think about it, right?
Ooh.
Each shotgun shell, if you're using like a 3-incher, you're throwing what 15 basically almost 9mm size pellets with the single pull of each trigger. So if you got something that's like doom 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 doom, that's brutal, absolutely brutal, man.
Well, we need to keep up with the cartels, man, because I'm sure that they don't care about what the law says.
You ain't lying. They don't give a damn. They care not 1%. 20-inch HBAR with
50 BMG. Anyone?
dude, man.
Full auto 50 cal?
Yo, you could actually 3D print and build the 6-barrel M1337 minigun, and then you could put a motor on it if registering machine guns was lawful again, and then run that thing, because that thing it's not gonna like melt. It's dude, that would be nuts. I would just put a drill on that thing. Whee! Yo.
The saws that are out there?
Yo, yes.
Bro.
Like a 240 Bravo.
Bro, that changes the game for saws.
For sure. $4,000 for a semi-auto saw? Yes, please. I'm going into debt for this shit, bro.
Shit, where can you find a semi-auto saw for $4,000? That's cheap as hell.
Weren't they? Oh yeah, they're going for like 5 or 6 now, aren't they?
They're going for like 9.
What?
Yeah.
$9,000?
$9,000
for a 30-pound AR?
Yes.
That's stupid, bro.
They're going for like $9,000. That's like catching a budget too. I've seen them go for 11.
Oh, man. That's crazy. That's I just
yep.
I don't get that. That's crazy. 9 to 10K. Dang. The Dishka. Yeah. Yes, the Dishka would be nasty. I would definitely want to do an AK though. Oh, the Chrome Draco. That thing would be fire. The beautiful thing about an AK is it does have a little bit of a slower rate of fire compared to some other rifles that are made for combat. But if you put a recoil reducer in there, I mean, there's a bunch of different like pads and springs and things you can do. But you can do the same too with like hydraulic buffers with ARs. You can slow down the cyclic rate and just really get like, dude, I would want a 3-round burst AR. 3-round burst is just nasty, dude.
Nasty.
Dude, have you ever fired 3-round burst?
Yes.
Dude, I love that.
If you know how to work that thing, it's
yeah. I mean, it's a machine gun, right? Like I mean, it is technically a machine gun. Linchpin, blow you, bro. Blow, bro. You missed bro supply. Blow. Linchpin supply. Welcome. You missed our whole chat about your rig earlier. A belt fed RPD. Yes, my buddy's got an RPD, and it's pretty stupid because it's just sitting there like a 30-pound AK. You know, I give you 12K, no papers. Ting ting. Good to see. Red Right Hand LLC wants to send me a upper. Shit's like 3K. Ayo. Hold on. Red Right Hand, isn't that RPK company we were talking about?
That's Klein Machine.
Klein Machine. That's right. It's a good one. That's what's up. All right. Sorry. So let's get back to it. So the National Handgun Reciprocity. So a lot of people were like, bro, that video's from last year. Like you're late. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You're uninformed. So let's stop that for a moment. Let's set up a roadblock, if you will, and sorry, and let's say this: that video was from a year ago. However, Donald Trump Jr. recently reshared that, like a couple days prior to it, kind of going crazy all over the internet. He reshared that on his Twitter. And basically said that, hey, now that my dad has won the election, this is back on the table. So that's kind of why that went all crazy viral. So far, he's been making a pretty killer cabinet.
Killer.
Former cabinets were filled with a lot of not so good people that were
Rhinos and traitors.
And people of Algonquin persuasion. People that are heavily invested into Israel. And thoughts on Trench Grenade's recent video, Linchpin? That's an excellent question. We'll actually dedicate at least 10 minutes specifically to that video. It looks like it's been pulled down, but thank you. And if we forget, please remind us. James Lynch, good to see you. So okay, he's building a baller cabinet. I love that Elon, and I still don't know about Vivek. I'm a little unsure about Vivek. I love the stuff that he was saying, which is why I'm so apprehensive, right?
I like Vivek.
I like him too. That's why I'm nervous, because I'm like, you're gonna Obama me, bro.
Nah. I think he looked in the mirror and realized he checked all the boxes. Like, I'm wealthy, I'm not white, and I believe this shit. And now I'm going to come out and say it and smack everyone in the face with it, because you can't stop me because I'm not white. So I can say whatever I want. I'm not white and I'm not black. So I can say things that no one can say. And I think he resonated with it. I don't think he's been bullshitting us. Now,
well, that in itself is racist, Red Dawn. I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying that there is that middle ground of outside of the binary that they like to pin us up against each other. And
but white silence is black violence.
White silence is black violence. White silence is black violence. I don't understand.
Me either. I've heard it before.
Like
is a PP slap to the establishment. Okay, so here's what I mean. So for everyone that's about to freak out and be like, you don't like Vivek, what are you talking about? Did you? That's not what I'm saying. I love what he's saying. It is a matter of fact, I'm concerned about how much people like us love what he's saying, because it so think about the time that he came out, right? No one had heard of him at all prior. Well, most people had.
Do you think he's just gonna like hit us with the used car?
Initially, yes. Initially, I did think.
Do you need a warranty on your used car? That's all I was here for.
Yeah, thank you for calling. What we're going to do is we're going to take what we say to you and then not do any of it, okay?
Do you still have that car that you drove back in high school?
Yeah, I'm probably more apt to trust him today than I was when he first came out, because when he first came out of nowhere, I'm like, everyone's talking about this Vivek guy. Let me check him out. And I'm like, oh, here's a video. Let's watch. Press watch, okay? He's like, abolish the ATF, abolish the Department of Education, abolish the. I'm like, yo, I don't trust this shit. Why is he saying what I want to hear? You know, that is how jaded typical politics got me, because it
For
was
sure.
like I can't trust you because you're saying stuff that I like and can resonate with. But I
It's
think he was the
politics though.
bullshit.
It's always like, do you trust him more than Lindsey Graham?
No question. There, I would trust him way more than so many other people. And to that same. Okay, so let's bring this to another moment. Okay, soft cuckold Tim Kennedy, right? Big old soft Peter Tim Kennedy.
Mhm.
He came out and he said a lot of very leftist bullshit that had me genuinely concerned. And I was like, this dude, who I used to watch his videos. I used to watch, like, I mean, I got some good content from watching him, kind of sometimes. And then, like, out of nowhere, I see this interview where he's saying people that weren't military or law enforcement should not own AR-15s, and that we should, there's more that we have to do for gun control and all this. I'm like, who the fuck, the gun industry is propping you up, bro. Gun owners are propping you up. You're doing training videos and shit like that, and we are the ones that are supporting you and propping you up. And then what does he do? 30 days later, he goes on with Cargill and he does a show and he's like, oh, abolish the ATF, abolish this, abolish the FBI, abolish the. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
we were all watching. We heard what you said. You were either lying then or you're lying now, and you're not addressing it. If
I think he's just a super government blowhard, to tell you the truth. I really think that he's like, I run my extraction company, and if the left is in office, I need them to hire me. And what do they want me
Yeah.
to say right now? Oh, you're a
Probably.
leftist. Oh, I'm on your side today. Like he's just trying to like make as much money as he can. He's into himself. I've met plenty of dudes who are like this. They will
Oh,
flip
of
flop
course.
based upon, you know, how they can maneuver themselves the best way, but it doesn't realize that the people on the outside are like, bitch, we see you.
Yeah, and for self gain, right? For
Yeah.
you know, especially for a bunch of worldly bullshit. But and he also claims, I'm sorry, he also says that he's a Christian too, which, you know, it's like, you know, and we're all flawed. We all. I'm sorry, that was out of line. I shouldn't have said that. Um, I guess what I'm saying
I
is,
believe he probably is a Christian, but I just think that
yeah,
there's
I'm
just
not saying I
certain
don't believe it.
people that will totally say what they have to say in the right circle so that they can fit in. And Tim gives me that vibe. Like he's a chameleon, snaky kind of guy
Yep.
who, if he's in the circle where that's what they all want, then he'll say it.
So I guess what I'm saying is that is the vibe that I got when I saw Vivek, like, abolish the ATF, abolish the DOE, abolish the FBI. I'm like, I've heard this before.
But he chose that circle. And when, like, if I would have had videos of him doing what Tim's done,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, you don't expect that kind of rhetoric from someone like Tim Kennedy,
In the
right?
gun
Like,
community, yeah, it's like, bro,
yeah.
what do you? You're a fucking civilian now. Like, what are you talking about?
But,
Civilians
but
should own.
you expect someone who owns a pharma company who's an Indian guy that you never heard of not to say that shit. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
And
get your standoff, but it's also like he went out on a freaking limb to say that. Like he's
of
doing
course,
the opposite of what Tim is,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like coming to our side.
And there's no videos in the past of him saying, tighten up gun control, you know, support the ATF, back the blue, you know, all that shit.
He
And
was for the jab stuff at first, but I
yeah,
mean, he's
yeah,
in the medical world, and that's a hard thing to kind of take a hard line on when you're in medical. Take it from someone who knows.
I'm sure that he was probably somehow benefiting in some way from jabs, even if it wasn't directly, even if it was 10
Or
times.
just not getting your shit shut down at the time when people's businesses were being shut down.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah, yeah. So okay, and what kind of ads? Hold on, what do you mean? I love sandwich making ads, chef. Oh, you mean like when people like build sandwiches in commercials and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, yeah. So I say that the whole thing about Tim Kennedy being a soft pecker dirtbag is because I got that same vibe of,
Right.
oh, look at how extreme I am. Abolish the ETF, abolish the FBI, abolish the Department of Education. I was like, this smells familiar. So, okay, do I believe that Vivek is a slimy dirtbag that's hiding amongst, friends and, no, I don't know. But I am more apt to trust him now than I was when he first came out and he was just this lonely, dude that now you're introducing the accountability of other people that are usually about freedom, liberty, and independence, and squashing the shadow organizations and I love this shit of people like, oh, with the deep state, right? Oh, the shadow government, oh, the boogeyman's gonna get you. I'm like, bro,
Like, do
I
you
just
know how the world works at all?
yeah, like I watched you just drink out of the tap water, dog. I know what you do. I know what's going on. You know, you're like, oh yeah, conspiracy theorist. Like,
Can I have another diet soda, please?
yeah, yeah. I'd like a large Big Mac meal with a large Diet Coke. Yeah.
Stupid conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, like slapping on deodorant. Can we get a cure for not needing aluminum deodorant? Dude, when I get ready in the morning and I'm putting on, I'm brushing my teeth with aluminum and I'm putting aluminum under my armpits, I'm just like, man, just God help us. Like this is
I don't do that. I stunk like shit for a year. I did find one that I have right now, which I'm only using it because I have it. But like, I predominantly don't wear deodorant. I just make sure I don't smell before I leave the house. If I smell by the time I get home, then I smell. Like, at least I'm not
yeah.
getting aluminum. I'm.
Bro, it's not good. It is not good. Sorry, that was a little side thing. Actually, the tap
Undershirts help.
here.
Don't sit
For
in the
sure.
sun.
Yeah. Sandwich Chef says, actually, the tap water around here recently gave a bunch of people cancer. Whoa. Fortunately, I was unaffected due to my own personal habits of only drinking high quality filtered water. Man, wow.
High quality H2O.
I just don't drink that personally. I like to drink my own Scouser water. Raw dog.
Italian partisan water.
I dishonor my family when government said I was not economically viable. It's okay. We've been told that we are all unemployed and irresponsible and financially irresponsible, but that's something I won't get into right now. Sorry. Side thing. So let's get back onto it. Let's we're discussing that we discussed national reciprocity and the cabinet. What are your thoughts on the cabinet and people that he's selecting?
So far, fantastic. I mean, I can't think of anybody that's not where they should be. It
Mm.
does appear he's putting around the team that is gonna have no regrets.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go after shit and they want vengeance. From RFK is gonna be pretty sure there's gonna be stuff, bro. They're gonna make moves. You got RFK, you got Vivek and Elon in a position, you got Matt Gaetz, you got Tulsi Gabbard, you got the hardest dude that's ever been on the border making the decisions.
Yeah.
They got a banging CIA director who's appears to be super solid on the MAGA train, on the transparency train.
Dude, and the Department of Government Efficiency ×2. I'm down with that. Is it this a play on words for the Doge thing?
I'm thinking about picking up some Doge, man. I think it's 38 cents right now.
I've never dabbled in any.
Me neither, but for 38 cents, I could put in $100 and then that could turn into 500 or something. I don't know. Obviously, I don't have money to invest in that, but
I've never messed with crypto at all. I
transparency.
Oh gosh, no regrets. Yeah, I mean, not even one letter. Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some good positive growth. I think the economy is going to come back to a reasonable scale. One of the things that I've thought about, and we've even talked about it on the show before too, is that these corporations, like once these corporations know that people will pay a certain dollar amount for things, the likelihood of them reducing it again is very low, right? So like, if people are like, okay, these double cheeseburgers that used to be on the dollar menu for 99 cents, right?
Mhm.
Now people are paying $2.50 for them.
Well, the only way to do it now is to make the margin so that they're still making the difference, and if you some way through tariffs,
That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah,
yeah,
through tariffs or through, some type of
removing taxes.
yeah, benefit or a pro or a con essentially. You get this if you reduce this or whatever, or you don't get this if you don't, some type of something. Because look, if all of a sudden they could reduce the cost down to 99 cents again, but they're like, well, hey, people have been paying 250 for them, so why don't we just reduce it? Why don't we keep our costs down and still charge $2.50? Like, we're going to end up in a really difficult situation if our uh
Or
and
just make the people richer, right? Like that's the other side of it. Like leave the cost what it is.
income
Stop
in the
stop having
economy.
the government take money out of the people's pockets, cut
Yeah,
them on all these breaks, give them exemptions on all these things, cut regulations,
yeah,
and therefore they have more money to operate and deal with the problem of the inflation. That's
yeah, yeah.
that's where you offset it. So,
Well,
I
and
mean,
I do think, obviously, I know, like, like Lightning Scott said, like it's not how the economy works, is them reducing those costs. But like you're saying, increasing the cost of homes coming down, the cost of loans coming
interest
down,
rates, yep.
interest rates dropping, homes being built faster, being built, homes being more plentiful, vehicles being built here again, completely destroying the bullshit electric vehicle stuff that we were about to all fall into. Like, oh man, that would have been terrible. But yeah, there are a lot of ways to increase, revenue flowing into the
Correct. This
city.
is not trading or financial advice. We are
No,
not financial advisors. Do not take any of this information as personal life advice.
yeah, do not to, and if you do take advice from us, you are stealing. So stop it. Don't be a thief. Um, but question: do you think before inauguration that they will try to murder him again?
Man, the world we live in, you never know, man. We got to stay ready all the time. Like they could activate, they could drop stuff, they could,
Mhm.
like I said, I advise people don't go. My buddy hit me up. He's like, "I'm going to the inauguration." I was like, "Good luck." I'm not going. You couldn't pay me to go, bro. It's the same thing is
Dude,
going to happen whether I'm sitting at home or I'm there.
yep, that shit is less
So,
than an hour from me, bro. I ain't going.
mm-mm.
It's
Actually, you
about,
might want to go out of town that week.
dude, for real. Like, I'm driving about no lie, I'm driving about a half an hour in the other direction, where
Yeah.
it is like country. And this is the beautiful thing: I'm an hour away from the city and a half an hour away from straight country.
Yeah, I'd
And
prepare for like fallout. Make sure there's no fallout coming your
yeah,
way.
yeah, I got some you know radioactivity measures set up. Um yeah, so I mean, I think I do think they're gonna, and by they I just mean people of opposing views. I'm not saying that they're all completely organized and out to get him and working together. But if that were to be true, then I could definitely see them trying to take him out prior to the inauguration. I have never seen more videos of regular civilians calling for the murder for another human being and nothing happening.
On
Right?
X,
Like,
did you see that one on X?
no, I don't know if there's a particular one. I'm talking about people saying that they wish that he got shot that day, or that they, are calling for someone else with better aim, all sorts of stuff like
There's
that.
like a 10-minute video of all these X posts just going on and on and on, asking for someone to kill him.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, see, and I can't, like, if these people are literally filming themselves screaming in the bathroom at the wall, I could imagine the type of craziness they're thinking. And dude, look, it came up like, yes, potassium iodide, absolutely. You need to keep it on hand. And you also need to know what the dosages are for adults and children. Also, not advice. I'm just saying that typically, depending on some things, age, weight, size, all that, usually a dosage dosing for children, do your own research, is usually 50% of an adult's dose. So keep that in mind. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's I've never seen this many people calling for the murder of somebody in any type of um office or a position of office like that, and not only it not being taken down and people being like literally arrested for that shit, but it basically being encouraged. And I'm not saying that, because I've seen people saying like the election was stolen. Do I not have the right to question the election? Absolutely. I I, I encourage all of you guys that are, that have differing views or opposing views. I encourage all of you guys to question the election. I encourage all of you guys to go protest the
Yeah.
election, right? Go down to the Capitol on January 6th. Go down, do your thing. But you better have actual claims, and you better have actual claims and actual lawsuits and actual evidence, and like, people that think like we do had into the 2016 election, because that was 100% verifiable cheating. Where did the 20 million votes go? That's what I'm saying. Anyway,
I do think that they're running scared. Like, I think Biden
I
was
don't think
like,
so.
please come to the White House. Good to see. I'm so sorry. It really wasn't me that was going after you the whole time with my Department of Just, we can just put it all behind us, right? Like,
I
I really think that's where they're at. I think they're kissing the ring to the point where they're like,
Because they know
just give
now.
us a break.
Yeah, because they know now that he's going to be in charge for the next 4 years with a Republican House, with a Republican Senate, and with a cabinet of people that are the not fucking around crew. And yeah, I think it's going to be payback time, and I think we're going to see a different element of the news cycle. Because check this out, okay? Remember last time when look at 2016 when Trump won, and then look at 2020 when Trump didn't win. Immediately, literally immediately, every single news station, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, NBC, all those other news stations were right away, immediately, all cycling through the same verbatim exact messaging,
A
and
threat
all of
to our
them were on
democracy. A
point.
threat to our democracy.
Yeah, right. And they all were sending the same messages out, like an emergency broadcast, right? Why are we not seeing that? Why? Like,
Well,
what is changing?
Anderson Cooper's been fired.
Yeah, I saw
Caitlin
that.
Collins has been fired. Like,
Mhm.
they had an 81% decrease on watching on election night. 81% watch decrease. They're paying Anderson Cooper $20 million, right? And there's YouTubers that are getting 3 times, 4 times, 10 times the amount of views as Anderson Cooper. He's getting paid $20 million.
Amen. Amen. You know what that is? Straight.
That's exactly what that is.
Dude, that, like, you're talking about strangers with iPhones that are pulling more views than most of these fools. I mean,
Liberal hive mind has never even showed its face, and he gets
yeah,
more views than
yeah,
Anderson Cooper.
yeah. Dude, that's crazy. I do think that we do have some things that we need to stay present to, and I do think we're probably going to end up running into some planned protests that are planned in advance. probably ones that are going to be funded by the DSA, like last time, which, if you guys don't know, that's the Democratic Socialists of America. And I could totally see bad things happening again. Do I think that it's going to be to the point where they try to keep him from taking office? I don't
See,
know.
I have a feeling they're even making calls being like, hey, man, y'all don't do anything right now. Now, I'm hoping this is the case, right? Like, I'm not sure. We still need to prepare for total chaos. But I really think they're like, look, we can't do insurrectional things. We've been touting this insurrection thing on him for 4 years. And we're actually the ones that were behind the whole thing to begin with. And we're already going to get fucking heat. So
Yeah.
please calm it down, because we don't want to piss him off even more and poke this bear even more. Otherwise, our heads may roll quicker. And I think what they're doing is taking the time to hide their dirt, cover their asses. Like they're trying to figure out how they can move their shit overseas, what house they might be going to outside of the country. Like I think that they are done. They're hot toast fucking done.
Yeah, I mean,
now granted, as we know, the deep state, right?
yeah, which they are we talking about?
Exactly. So the deep state that is doing the bidding of this higher dark force that runs everything, right? Like
Mhm.
obviously Jeff Bezos don't give a shit about you going after Biden or you going after Hillary. Like there's the
Of course.
people, are beyond that. The Black Rocks, the State Streets, they don't get their hands dirty. They pay these politicians and bribe them to get all that stuff done where there's nothing on them at all. So could it be that they're scrapping them? Like, we're done with y'all. We got what we wanted out of you guys. We increased our monetary gain over the middle class by like a billion %, right? Like,
Yeah.
did that super elite that actually runs everything, the weapons companies, the Lockheeds, like they're actually in charge. Like the people that we're seeing that Trump is going to go after are fucking nobodies, y'all. They appeared to be somebodies on TV, but like ultimately they're doing the bidding of someone. That's what makes them rich, because politicians ain't getting paid. How do they become uber rich? It's even more things than like insider trader, insider stock buying and shit. Like they're making money doing things outside of all that. So like they could take the fall. That dark force that's still in charge of the world financial system is still going to be there. So
Of course, it's not going to go anywhere. It can be reduced. It can be, sorry, I'm working on getting that clipped for the trench grenade thing.
You're good.
Oh, he said it's premiering now. Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I mean, basically those people may be like, I'm done with them. They were morons. They didn't hold anything up. They could just be scrapping them. I don't know. Like when we go into that higher level of stuff of like, was Trump selected for this role? Is this reckoning brought on by even higher forces than the MAGA movement or whatever? Like it could be. I mean, there are so many deep levels to this shit that it's like,
What the hell?
You could postulate all kinds of different things that could actually be happening. But I mean, we just, from our position, we got to take it day by day, enjoy the fact that we're not like the silent majority anymore. We have spoken, and we've spoken for a reckoning. We are going to get that reckoning. And yeah, there may be collateral damage that happens in between all that. And what me and Dark were talking about the other day is shutting down the border and deporting people. That is going to have, shockwaves. That there are probably people that may be bad actors that may do things just in the way these liberals melt down. Like, oh, you want to deport us? Well, what if we just cause disturbances? Or what if we create a force that fights back? Or, that is probably one of the biggest issues that will cause dissent within our communities at this point, is the whole deport issue of, liberals joining that bandwagon, being like, don't get rid of them, legalize them, and then having all those 20 million plus immigrants from wherever they're from, right, being like, we ain't going nowhere. we're staying right here.
Yep.
And then you got your police forces dealing with them trying to squat on houses, or these groups trying to move into communities like we've seen in Colorado. Like, that kind of stuff can happen in mass numbers, and that is the ultimate threat that's like right in front of us at the time that you got to be ready for. Because if the government starts going after every illegal immigrant and they brought in, there's 20 million plus, right? Like, every community in America could be seeing some type of cartel war, and
Yep.
they don't care. They will maybe their goal would be, let's just turn this place into Mexico and destroy as much shit as we can, and that kills the economy, that kills spending, that kills all kinds of things just by causing that much chaos. So that could be the goal, is like, okay, well, you want to take back control, we can destroy as much stuff as we can on the way out and make it really hard on you, and that affects all of us. That's like a direct effect on your life.
Well, and I totally see, like, 100%. And sorry, I had to get this stuff right on the back end while you were
Good.
talking. I usually don't like doing that because it makes me look like I'm not paying attention, and I care so much about what people think of me. I'm just kidding. So no, I mean, look, it is not far fetched to be like, could it be possible or even probable that these, whatever deep state shadow organizations, whatever, the dirt bags that are working, locked arm in arm with the government, right? Could it be that they are, have the ability to work directly with the cartels, or even if enemy countries could work directly with cartels and literally send them through the streets, Red Dawn style, other countries, cartels, people in shadow organizations and stuff like that. Could that actually happen? Absolutely. I mean, not for a moment do I think like, oh well, they wouldn't want to hurt themselves. They wouldn't want to hurt the land that they live on. They wouldn't actually want to just blindly murder people in masses in the general public. No, because think about it. We all know who are the targets for them. We all know who those people are, right? So if that did happen, who would be the people that would pick up arms and fight? The people that are the people of opposing views, that they, you know what I mean? Like, they're literal enemies.
And I've been saying this for probably about 3.5 years, but what is the one thing that would get the American people to beg for martial law?
Drag Queen Story Hour.
We can handle that.
Yeah. What?
Those cartels just terror, like literal on the ground terrorism, drive-bys, gang violence, taking over buildings, shooting up schools, all those horrible things that people could do.
See, for that logic to be even a possibility, someone would have to come in and like arm them even more than they already were, or even like fund them, or even like allow hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of 18-wheelers of American cash to go. Oh, so it's possible, is what you're saying. Dude,
my name's Red Dawn Readiness for a reason.
Yeah.
They may not come on parachutes. They might have just walked across the border.
And look, 21 or more million people, what percentage of them are sleepers? And when are those sleepers going to wake up? And is the other side so quiet? Look, and I know that some people may be like, DLD, that's pretty dangerous rhetoric for you to be running around saying that. Just be ready. Okay, be ready for any and all possible scenarios that could happen. It's not easy, I know, right? But just be ready for anything and everything that you can be, that's reasonable. But we're talking about, maybe I shouldn't say it that way. What we're talking about here is a group of people that have literally been funded by the government, that have been armed by the government, and that in thousands and thousands of documented cases. We have been documented looking the other way. The government looked the other way.
Scoot said it right there. Put Scoot's comment up.
Where? My bad. Who needs parachutes when you can walk and get paid by the gov? You ain't lying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then Ting Ting even said it, like, we've created the both sides war thing for so long.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we've done this in how many other countries have we done this that we're watching? Like,
And
it's been done.
And we funded them, and we armed
Trained
them,
them,
and
armed
we
them.
trained them. That's what we do. So now we're just doing it internally. So I'm not saying that.
And how do you collapse a society? Exactly what we're talking about right here.
the same? Look at the last 20 years of our country. Now, all this corruption has been going on for well over a century. Like, this is not. I'm not saying, because it's interesting that, like, I hear a lot of people talking, and maybe it's just that, like, people have kind of woken up post COVID, right? But I think that because a lot of people have woken up post COVID, and a lot of people have started doing shows and channels and all this stuff about these types of topics. For them, it's like, man, since COVID, all of these things have happened. All of these things have changed. No, since COVID, you started recognizing them. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds of years of corruption. Crazier thing is that hundreds of years ago, the great grandchildren of the people that were stirring shit up hundreds of years ago, that family is still in power.
Yeah.
The families are still in power.
It's obviously the chessboard is there, man. It's easy for them to make these manipulations. Second to, what do you do to get the people to want their own martial law? What do you get for the people to accept a full surveillance state? Is this kind of shit. Like, this is the steps that you take if you want a militarized land, full surveillance, zero transparency.
Yeah.
The government taking full hands-on control. Now, I've been saying this, bro. I've been saying this a long time, that Trump would come back, so that way the real threat, which is the American people, we would smoke anybody on this earth if we actually got off our ass and decided to do it. But how do you pacify them? Here's your MAGA pacifier. Here's your victory. Here's your pretend reckoning. Here's your, you guys won. You're not the silent majority anymore. You guys are great. You got what you wanted. And then boom, Daddy Trump's going to handle it, guys. Sit back again. Another story to make. Sit back, relax. Oh, don't worry. We'll take care of it. You guys don't got to do nothing.
I mean,
right?
He could also flip and just become a total tyrant too. Like, that's not lost on me either. Do I think that's probable? No. Right? Could he? Anyone could. Anyone.
Yeah, but like, who cares if you have full autos if you're in martial law and you also have faith in the government that they're taking care of it? Like, you can sit in your house with your full auto. Like, they figured this out. You can have all your freedoms, but if they can keep you sitting at home, and you're not doing anything about anything besides being a good cog in the wheel of the economy, right? Like, all your rights and powers mean nothing. They mean nothing if you don't exercise them.
Yes, you're right. And I also think that the people that are pulling the strings to agitate are not typically the ones that are reducing agitation, unless there's a piece of the plan that is more, of a long game. Well, let's go ahead and pull the pin on the trench grenade here. Anything else you want to throw on that before we jump into this?
No, man, I think we'll be hitting this topic for quite a little bit. I do think this is the biggest threat to us at this point.
Yeah.
Is that's what's at hand. That is the card that can be played next. I don't think anyone's gonna go. All the other cards have been played. There's the aliens from above and the aliens on the ground.
Yep.
Those are the cards they got left.
Look, I would also encourage you guys to just my personal opinion. I don't roll around with anything Trump. I don't roll around with anything gun. I'll wear a gun shirt, or whatever, but usually I'll have it covered up or whatever. I'm also not saying hide who you are, right? Do your thing, be you, but
Yeah.
know that if you put it out who you are, who you voted for, and that you carry guns and all that stuff.
Be a gray man, y'all. Be gray
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Totally be gray man. At least to the most capability you can be, like he's saying.
Yeah.
You don't gotta go like extra and dress up in skirts and stuff. But
yeah, don't dye your hair pink. Don't I mean you can if you really want to, but like I'm just saying.
I was saying this to Tim Harper too. Like, Tim, the video's badass, but I care about you. And that video you sent me, Dark, of the dude on the train, like, don't provoke people who are mentally insane.
Yeah.
Because it does take a split second of your life for someone to jab something in you from behind, or you out here trying to make a point that is, you're not changing the world, y'all, with like confronting wacko liberals. You're not making a point. They know they lost. They know no one agrees with them, right? Like, there's no point to provoke these people.
And if you are going to engage in a situation, do not ever, if you, so I call it like, going to work or clocking in, right? If you find yourself in a situation, what's up, Modern Frontiersman? We're about to play your video. If you find yourself in a situation, if you get into a scuffle, a hand-to-hand situation, or if you got to draw down, whatever, when you clock in, you are 100% there, and that is it. You can't back out. You can't care what other people think. You can't care if you're scaring a mom and a baby or whatever. The only thing in that moment that matters is what you clocked in to do. If you clocked in to draw your handgun and eliminate a threat, then that's what you're doing, and you're doing fucking nothing else except like being extremely vigilant, looking at everyone's hands, looking at everyone, obviously the target first, but looking at everyone's hands, everyone's eyes, everyone's intentions, everyone's waistband, everyone. You have to be so fucking on point, because what Red Dawn is referring to is we just watched a video where a dude stood up to fight for some girls that a guy was, hurling some very malicious insults at, and he stood up to fight for what he believed in, and his throat got aired out along with two other dudes because he wanted to be a tough guy, and he wanted to only halfway clock in for a part-time job, and he wasn't watching the dude's right hand. And when he pulled the guy by his ponytail and punched him in the face, and the guy fell, the guy went up on the back of a train seat and kind of like pulled up his pants like this, right? And he pulled a knife out of his pocket and had it tucked like this. And he was like, oh yeah, you want to get, and the guy, you could see it. He wasn't even like watching or looking. He was like, oh yeah, I won that fight. Dude, first off, if you lay somebody out, you got to lay somebody out. And then create as much space as possible. I'm not a freaking fast, high-speed tactical operator guy. I've just, have had to pick teeth out of my knuckles a couple times. I'm just saying that from a standpoint of like just basic safety, if you clock in to do some work, that is the work that you're doing, and that's it. Because he didn't take that second to look at his hand, he got a big old, probably inch wide hole in his neck. He was lucky enough to live, but the two guys next to him both fucking died, bled out right next to him, gurgling on their own blood. Crazy.
Yep. If you're gonna flip the switch, bro, don't turn it off until everyone's not moving anymore.
Yeah.
And that's at all times. Like, you make sure that you're safe before you turn that switch back off. And also, man, just like I said, dude, you're not changing the world engaging with fucking morons. You're not. You are not doing not one thing. You are not the I've said this to Dark before, bro. Like, this is not the schoolyard, bro. These are not little kids solving their emotional problems, dude. These are adults, and you're nobody's daddy, bro. Let them go jump off a fucking bridge, and that would be better than you engaging with them and spending your time making yourself vulnerable. Don't do that stuff, bro. Your life matters. Everyone in this chat, obviously, we all care about each other. This is a big community. Like, I say this because I care about every single one of y'all, and I would never want to see any of you guys in that position.
Yep. And if you do end up in that situation, and if you do have to put hands on somebody, you better create space and watch everything, and watch the intentions, and watch the hands, and watch the eyes. And the moment that if you punch somebody in the face, if you see one of his hands disappear, fucking game on, right? You better be ready to lay them down, because they're not reaching in their pocket to take down your phone number, to get a pen and pencil and whatever. Like, the dude was lacking, and he was paying attention to everything else except the one thing that could have saved his life. And yeah, we're talking about the guy on the train in Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon.
Of course,
And
it's Portland.
yeah, I know. It's disgusting. And he did it with a 3-inch gas station knife.
That's all it takes, bro. You could do it with a pen. Tell you the truth. I know a guy who killed 3 people in a bar with a pencil.
I heard about that, actually.
He's a badass, that guy.
Yeah. He runs some pretty dope equipment too. I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
got cool patches too.
Yeah. Yeah, man, the other thing I just want to add this too, it's like if you're going to intervene, those 2 girls were like, I don't know why this guy came in, and this guy was hurling racist insults at 2 Indian chicks, and they didn't even realize that, like, 3 people got stabbed in the neck, and 2 of them died, and one of them there was fighting for your honor. And they're like, I don't know why this guy stepped in. That was weird. Like, they weren't even like, man, thank you so much. Let them get yelled at. All right. And maybe if there is something that you just can't handle, and you feel like you're just, whatever, I would never let your ego or pride take control. But for some reason, your core being will not let you allow something like that to continue. Then you better make sure that you're going to be along for the entire ride. And if you do put hands on somebody, you also better know that it could change from a fist fight to a knife fight to a gun fight in literally fractions of seconds. And there was one time that I'll talk about that I had to draw a handgun on somebody that pulled a knife on me. And there may have been some other instances where, I got opened up and had to. That was from taking a knife from somebody, by the way. Blade first. Different time. But dude, that whole shit that you can't draw on somebody that pulls a knife on you within 21 feet, you absolutely can. But you better be quick, and you better be on point, and you better be.
You know what's another great video is that the former college basketball player who came out of her apartment with the knife, and the cop standing there with his gun already drawn, and he still got sliced in the head.
Yeah.
And bro, if you're gonna pull it, you gotta pull it. You gotta drop them. And bro, a knife is more deadly in close quarters, y'all. It is more deadly. How many of y'all carry? I know we got the 40 gang in here, but how many people have taken multiple rounds? You could still take multiple rounds and catch one to the throat and you die. Like, these are things that can happen, bro. And my advice, and I've told this to Dark many times, you be defensive. You don't get into shit. And if someone starts something with you, you take advantage of that quickly and draw and end it. And that's if you have to kill them or if you have to draw and give commands, one or the other. There's no reason to get involved in this shit, especially because I say this for this reason. We need every like-minded person in this community as long as we can. We have to keep adding this to this community. We can't just lose people to stupid things over stupid, meaningless people in society. Your life is way more important. You have souls to save. You have people to help. You have children to protect. And to get into something with some random dude on a street corner is not worth your precious life. It's just not. You could be
Literally,
the punk bitch if it don't matter how
just
people
run.
think you're
Yeah.
the punk bitch.
Yeah, just
Doesn't
fucking
matter.
run, whatever. Even if you steal them in the face and run, whatever. No, I'm kidding. But also, dude,
Definition knives, brass knuckles coming soon.
yeah, right.
Drop 4.
Yeah, but even avoid conflict. Obviously, so that's not. So what we're talking about is specifically a situation that had occurred where the decision made was to not avoid conflict. But also know that because you are carrying a gun, every interaction could become a lethal interaction. Every single one, whether it's a
Straight up.
fist fight or if someone draws something or whatever, right? Like every single situation could become lethal.
That's
So,
right. Testing 1 2 3. That's what I say all the time, bro. You
yep,
fight a random dude on the street, don't expect it to be fair. You do not know this person's morals. It's not a schoolyard. You're in class and meet me after class. It's not that. And even that bad shit happens in this world. But like, it's not, expect it not to be fair. Expect it to be as dirty as humanly possible, because that's what most humans are, especially if they're running around trying to fight random strangers.
Yeah, clearly. And if they're hurling insults at two minor Indian girls on a train for no reason. And look, dude,
That's a perfect time if you're a single dude to get phone numbers.
right? Like, are you okay?
Perfect.
Do you need someone to talk
That's
to? Well,
yeah.
actually,
Come on, let's go.
they were minors. I'm sorry, that was a bad.
Oh, I didn't know how old they were.
That's why I just said they were minors, which was hilarious. But that's no, it's
that's
fine.
not a perfect time. That's a perfect time to get
Like, just get their numbers, guys. No, but no, the funny thing is, that's funny. You can die from a single punch. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
You can.
And like I had said before, like if I am engaging in a fist fight, I will not just immediately draw my handgun. However, I will not just sit there and duke it out until like, fight is over. Have a good day.
Dark's giving him this shit.
Come on.
Shit.
First off, I have no problem. Like, fighting is something that was just like, oh, it's lunchtime for like.
Then join an MMA club, bro.
Well,
go to a boxing gym.
And I'm not saying like that's what I would do, but like Modern said, you must increase your violent reaction should be more violent. You should increase, right? So I'm not just gonna box it out. First off, I'm gonna hose your bitch ass down with OC spray, and then I know that I have basically 5 to 25, maybe 30 seconds for it to fully take effect, for me to be able to literally make fun of your ass and mock your ass. And then he'd probably,
and that's why DLD still wears Timberlands as well,
because I will put a Timberland tree on your neck so quick. No, I will hose you down with pepper spray. I will put whatever I got to do. And then, of course, if I absolutely have to, then I would draw my handgun. But none of us have a desire here to inflict mortal wounds on another person, right? I would much rather be able to leave, evade, and go back home to my family and my community and my businesses and the things that I would like to stay around for a little bit. If I have no other option, yeah, no doubt. That's if it's a fist fight, you're getting OC sprayed and I'm beating the dog shit out of you. And then if you do choose to pick up a rock, pull a knife or whatever, you're getting bodied. And if I get cut in the process, whatever, but could you imagine bleeding out with a face full of OC spray? Like, what a terrible way to go. You won't even have that like last peaceful moment where you're like just like exhaling your last breath.
I see a lot of situations where OC spray could be useful, but I do think a lot of those situations can be somewhat avoided as well from the ones I see. Like standing there and waiting for someone to get more pissed off and come towards you.
Nope.
Yeah, not in my plan.
If
I can't wait to see this Modern Frontiersman video. I did not know you made a video on it. I'm stoked right now.
Yeah, we're about to pull this up. I'll just add this and then we'll do it. If you're getting OC sprayed, you're getting OC sprayed early, because the level of fear that I would have to feel to deploy the OC spray.
Now I'm disappointed, Modern.
is like next to nothing, right? Like I could just be like, yo, dude said he was going to attack me, so I hosed his ass down. I could have pulled my handgun and shot him in the face, but I hosed him down with some spicy sauce instead, right? And that's why literally all day, every day, got that on me, homie. I'm just, and you know what? Nothing is a magic bean. All right. So OC spray. Imagine having to fight with somebody soaked in hot sauce for 30 seconds before they can't see. And if it's somebody that's been OC sprayed a bunch, they'll know to strobe their eyes. They'll know what to do to still be able to fight and cause significant damage. And if they do pull a knife and they're
I play for keeps.
yeah,
I play for keeps.
I can't in my like my moral like
I can. I
something
can.
inside of me. If
I
someone's
will,
like
I will clap somebody.
so if someone swings on you and you duck
some
it,
random stranger, well, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously I'm gonna duck it, but I'm gonna be like, you better
but
stop
would you-
right now because you got 3, 2, 1 countdown. Bye.
so
See
you would just draw if they swung on you.
some rant like I'm just doing what? Walking through the grocery store and some dude attacks me? Yes, 100%. 100% I would. Yep.
For
I'm
real?
going home. I'm not like I said, I'm not your daddy, bro. You played around, you effed around, and you're about to find out. And guess what? I'm not gonna do this with you. And then what? You come back on the street, you go to hit somebody else, or you moved because I whooped your ass. Now you're gonna go hit the grandma down there. Like, nah, bro. You messed around, you find out.
He's not gonna hit the grandma.
Well, when he gets out and he wakes up and then he's like, you know what, I'm just going to go pick a weaker target. No, bro. If you're doing that with your life, I hope you're ready for judgment, bro. That's how I feel about it. I hope you're prepared. You messed around.
Yeah,
You
I
found
can't
out.
do it.
Sorry about you. Make sure you got concealed carry insurance.
Yeah,
And live in a state where
that.
they support people who
I'll
defend
hose them
themselves.
down. I'll hose them down, and I will beat the dog shit out of them. And they may get the upper hand on me, but by the time the OC spray kicks in, I just look. I don't want to get in a fight.
You may catch more charges than me doing that.
I might. But so okay, if someone swung on
Just
you,
sprayed him down and stomped his fucking head.
if someone swung on you, and you ducked that joint. Then and let's just say all of this is on CCTV, right? It all is on camera, and someone swung on you.
I'm gonna
and you
judge
ducked
it.
that joint.
I'm gonna judge it whether or not like I can duck it and steal you. Like most likely, I'm gonna duck and steal your ass right back.
But then you're in the fight.
Yeah, but most likely, if I steal you, your whole face is shattered. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Probably.
Yeah,
But if it's not-
these right here. If I catch you, it's fucking. And I'm not swinging, and I'm not gonna stop swinging until you are lights the fuck out. But
I'm known for the one hitter quitter.
Let's say if 3-4 dudes are standing with him, and and it's like that's it, bro. I mean, there's a lot of situations. Majority. That's what I have that for. Like, I'm sorry, don't fuck around and find out. That's all I got to say.
I feel like that's the same thing as somebody like you're walking. Let's say you leave the store and you're walking to your car, and somebody is walking towards your car like before you, right? They're ahead of you, and they pull out an ice pick, and they walk up to your. They're not even looking at you. They walk up to your car and they just stick an ice pick in your tire, and they just just pop your tire, right?
I see. I don't care.
I feel like that's the equivalent to being like, "Hey, you drop it, motherfucker."
Oh, see, I'd be like, why'd you do that? Like, bro, I'm really hard to piss off because I actually really love my life and what I have going on in my life.
I know. I'm just saying. I feel like that's the equivalent to like someone trying to steal on you. I'm sorry for people that don't live on the East Coast. That means punch you in the face. Right? Did they say that on the West Coast too?
I don't know, bro. If you're just like rolling up on strangers and trying to drop them with a one-hitter quitter,
it's crazy. I know.
Yeah, I mean, it depends where I'm at. Like, I roll in bad areas still. So, like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so this is a good point. Sorry, real quick, Scoot. This is a good point. He says, "Mark, absolutely take no quarters. I'm too old to fight."
Yeah.
If age or mobility or lung capacity or an injury or whatever is a factor, for sure that is going to be. I'm just thinking of like in court, you know, being
Not
able
where
to
I live. They call and shake your hand and say, "Thank you, sir. You did a good job.
congratulations.
Saved us time and money."
Pin an award on you, and
They might even
get
put
out of
me in
there.
the newspaper, like
Yeah.
good citizen defends himself from criminal. Bro, that's how it works. Right?
Yeah.
They will write a thing
Oh.
and put you in the paper like this.
All right, we'll do it, y'all. We'll do it. I'm sorry. I just ooh, interesting title. Combat veteran exposes YouTubers weird tactical advice. And
All right, take
advice.
BV off. I can't see the title. Take the
my
comment
bad.
down.
Hold on, let me go back here. So just so you know, advice is spelled ADVICE, not advise. Okay, hang on. So it's over
That's
here.
all right, modern. I do that kind of stuff all the time too.
Oh,
bro.
dude, I literally misspelled the.
It's because he lives north of the Mason-Dixon line, bro. Don't listen to him.
Let's see. Did anyone? DLD After Dark experience actually reduces your likelihood of success. In my opinion, having experience makes you trash. I mean, thanks for your service or whatever.
Oh,
but-
his comment was retarded.
Oh, dude, it's
retarded, bro. And like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And before we do this, I'll preface this with something that I've experienced. Like the guy we train with, he's former military. He's seen combat and things like that. I've had him on my show. He is like the like up to date, whatever the best way of doing things guy. And I can't lie. There's times where dudes have come into our training who have a lot of experience from the past, and he's showing them things that do make them 10 times faster, 10 times more proficient. And it does matter. Like there is an evolution to things. However, bro, as one veteran to another veteran, in my opinion, you don't disrespect your boys. You don't disrespect the people who have fought and bled and sacrificed and put everything on the line for this country. And the way that is done, when you're a veteran to another veteran, you can have that discussion, but I don't think that it's like you don't trash on people. You don't trash on anyone in the 2A community that's trying to train and trying to better themselves. Yeah, and there's a way to do that and talk about it. However,
I agree.
There are dudes with real combat experience, and if you don't have any, you maybe shouldn't try to tell them they're trash.
Yeah, so I'm not going to start making videos on, repairing right ventricles in heart patients because I'm not a doctor. But there's also a difference between is it ventricle? Is that what they're called? Anyway, I'm not going to do videos on neurosurgeon because I'm not a neurosurgeon. There is a difference between veterans and combat veterans because those veterans saw combat, whereas other veterans saw not combat. So, I would, if I were to choose who I would take advice from, it may be from, if I'm looking for combat advice, it would likely be from a combat veteran and not a soup kitchen veteran. Not saying that was his MOS or anything. I'm just saying. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and check this out. This is a homie in our community. This is Modern Frontiersman. He's actually in the chat right now. And the title of this video is Breaking News, 6-3 decision. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Wait till he makes a counter argument tomorrow, Modern, and we'll see.
Oh, by the way, this is not going to turn into a VR war. This was my only commentary. Okay. All right. That's fair. I'm going to put myself on mute when we do this. Let me know that you guys get 5x5. And if you don't subscribe to The Modern Frontiersman, then you must, because reasons. And now we're doing commentary because this commentary...
Space Force.
That is pretty cool. I like the parts with the parts and stuff. That is pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, the music is live. It's like Halo.
Very well put, Modern Frontiersman. Thank you so much. No, guys, this is the beginning of a Linkin Park music video. Is this oh, I can skip through some of this. Hold on. Is it telling me when it?
Yeah, you just have to move it.
Oh, here we go.
So I don't typically like to do video response type things, but I saw a video today.
However,
it's from a member of this community, and I had to do this because there's so many things that I feel like I should, sort of refute. I felt like this video was just kind of weird. Some of the statements I felt were very outlandish or misinterpreting things. This video is from Trench Grenade. The main statement that made me sort of want to address this was this.
Boom.
Now, keep in mind, I don't know Trench. He doesn't know me. And this isn't a personal attack against him. This is about these specific statements.
Even if you're that guy coming back from deployment in the Army, okay, in the infantry, you get fired if you start teaching stuff that is outside of POI or outside of the lesson plan or things that are just wrong.
In the Army, you get fired if you teach outside the lesson plan. He said if anybody, came to his platoon teaching outdated tactics or things were outside the lesson plan, he would tell them to get the fuck away from his guys. So you don't welcome actual experience. If it doesn't come from the Army manuals, it's not allowed to be taught. I know before we went to Iraq, before the Battle of Ramadi, we did talk to guys who had come back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and we got their experience, what worked and what didn't. If something doesn't work in the manuals, then they would say, hey, forget that, don't do it, it doesn't work in these situations. That makes sense, being able to adapt and overcome. If we just always stick to
oh, just wait for it. Wait for the gold.
Where it doesn't work out very well, it's probably going to get us killed. And in a lot.
Let me stop for a brief moment. Okay, I think we need to set the stage here. Guys, the reason this video exists is because Trench Grenade said this. Look, if you, and I'm paraphrasing, look, if you have been out and deployed, what was it? If you have been out and deployed and been to combat, I appreciate your service. These GWAT guys, I appreciate your service or whatever, but you're straight trash. So the reason this video is being made is because
he said he plays that clip in the video.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to tell people before they're like, okay, what are we even getting into? This is why this video is being done, because he literally disrespected every single person that fought and died in the global war on terror, which was a 2-decade war. And he said everyone is trash. Stand by.
A lot of situations, if we had have done things exactly by Marine Corps manuals, we probably would have died. So we worked with Australian guys who had been there. We worked with other Marines who had been there. When we got there, we got advice from dudes from their actual experience. Nothing can replace actual experience. You could be a teacher who teaches in classes, but have never been in the real world and done the thing. It doesn't compare to actual real world experience.
This is another thing that they talk about. Pieing a corner, pieing the door of a room because you're worried about a dude with a suicide vest. Those days are behind us right now.
The days of pieing and door clearing are over. You're not going to pie a door. Why would you not pie the room before you go in? Like I just recently did a video about that. If you can clear most of that room before you even enter the room, why would you not do that? Do we just barge in? I'm here without even, checking everything out before we go in. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand how the days of pieing a door are over. That's something that can imply regardless of the time period. Like before we're going in a room, I want to look around from outside if possible and see as much of the inside of that room before I go barging in there and get blasted in that fatal funnel. The days of pieing doors is not over, and I don't foresee it ever being over.
Right nowadays, it's LSCO, large scale combat operations. So you're trying to kill entire enemy platoons or squads of people, right? So you're not going to stand there and pie off a door.
Nowadays, it's large scale combat operations.
Dark, can you pause this real quick?
Platoons and companies and stuff like that.
I got a question for Modern and for this comment that he made. It maybe with the new government and the new leadership, maybe they're just like, we don't care about our bodies. Don't buy anything. Run right in there.
It's a good point. Yeah,
maybe they're trying to get rid of these guys who are, gung ho about going into combat, and they're just like, stop buying. No more buying, y'all. Run right into the room where you don't know what's in it. Just do that.
Yeah, just don't worry about pieing doors anymore, man. It's not. Yeah. Don't get a sneak peek into the hellscape you're about to run into.
Just put it in the manual. Tell them, hey, Trench, make sure you teach these guys. No more pieing doors.
Yeah, no more.
All right, we can go back.
Operation like that. I mean, I assume we're referring to Russia and Ukraine, but we're not fighting that war right now, and that doesn't mean that all warfare from here on out is that. Like counterinsurgency is still going on. For the average everyday person, that doesn't apply. Large scale operations like that don't apply to preppers and people watching these channels, right? We're not going out there fighting large scale conflicts. At least I hope not. Probably
I don't pie because I got QRF.
So I don't think that applies, and I don't think it's true. Today is not the time of just large scale combat operations. There are still applications for those counterinsurgency type things, even more so than the large scale stuff for the average everyday prepper Minuteman type. Now the big one.
Okay, so even though if you were that dude on that deployment that came back home after smoking 20 people, hey, thanks for your service, dude. But if you come over to my platoon and you start telling my platoon a bunch of outdated information, I'm going to tell you to get the fuck away from my platoon, respectfully. Thanks for what you did downrange, but you're outdated trash, right? No hard feelings.
Thanks for what you did downrange, but you're outdated trash.
Wow.
No hard feelings. Well, one, that's really disrespectful. You're trash, but no hard feelings. Come on, man. So me, Randall, Risky, everybody who's been in combat, all of us GWAT veterans, we are all outdated trash.
Trash.
The things that we know, the experience we have, it doesn't even matter. It's all outdated and it's all trash. Matter of fact, we are trash. Who did all the people that are in the military now learn from? GWAT veterans. A lot of the stuff we had to figure out on our own, right? Up until GWAT, there was a lot of people in the military that had never seen combat before. Yeah, they learned a lot of stuff from those manuals. But as I said, book learning is not the same as experience. Do you want to go to a surgeon who just graduated from college and has never performed surgery before in the real world?
No, he's not being sarcastic.
Or do you want to go to somebody who's experienced and that's actually done it? And a lot of things about war, about killing, don't really change that much. A lot of the stuff is not outdated and not trash. We are not outdated trash. Actually, we pioneered a lot of the tactics that are being used now and a lot of the gear that's now in play by just adapting to the situation. The whole point of the video was this.
I don't know. The company commander was like, hey guys, don't worry about being precise. Just be fast. You'd be like, first of all, sir, don't you want to hit what you're aiming at?
Don't you want to hit what you're aiming at? Well, yeah, of course. That's not really the point. The GBRS guys he's talking about, I don't really watch their channel. I've heard a lot of people talk trash on them. I don't know one way or the other, and I don't really care. But don't you want to hit what you're aiming at? When we're talking about CQB, because that's what this video was about. I've covered this on my channel as well before. The whole point of this video was You don't have to be precise in CQB. The point that those of us who say those kind of things are making is simply this, and nothing more. If I'm coming into a room and I bust through that door and there's a dude standing right here, right in my face, or, you know, just a couple feet away, I'm bang, bang, bang. I'm pulling the trigger. I'm not taking time to take precise shots when there's a dude standing right in front of, even if I got the rifle down here, or how, you know, I had to do something weird before I came in, and I come around and my rifle's right here pointed at the dude's stomach and he's 2 feet in front of me. I'm flipping the rifle off safe and I'm firing into his stomach right there. At that point, precision, I'm not concerned about it. I'm getting rounds in that dude and I'm dropping him as soon as possible. That's the point that those of us who say this are making. It's not that precision doesn't matter, but it does matter more at longer ranges. Now, I get the point he's making about, you know, working with your buddies and stuff. Yeah, make sure you don't shoot your buddies. Duh. But like I said, if somebody's right here, I'm not taking time to look down the sights and get a precise shot. If it's down, if my rifle's down, I'm pulling the trigger and I'm shooting the dude wherever I can hit him as I'm coming up and maybe getting on the sides.
Again, might have been good in 2006 for SEAL Team 6, but it's not good today.
Tactical advice that might have been good in 2006 is not good today. Well, that's not entirely true. But military is still using tactics that were good 100 years ago. Guerrilla warfare hasn't changed much throughout human history. The principles are all the same. Tactics that were good in 2006 are still good today in the correct context, in the correct situations, right? One piece of tactical advice isn't going to be good in every situation, no. But to just say tactical advice in tactics in 2006 are no good today, that's not true.
2 times in the chest, once in the head, once in the groin.
2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. My initial thinking, I have to research more on that. I've never heard of that before. To be quite honest with you,
I've never heard of that either.
Told me, the guys that had actually been in combat told me when I first got into Ramadi is, hey, a lot of the training and stuff, just do is cool and all, but just do what comes natural when it comes down to it. In a lot of situations, you could go with your instincts. But in my thoughts, like I said, if I'm coming to the door and the dude's standing right there, I'm not going to be thinking, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. No, I'm not. I'm just pop, 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 and I'm popping him until he's not moving, right?
Bro's read way too many manuals.
And of course, training and all that stuff comes into play with this kind of stuff, building muscle memory or whatever and all that. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you're not going to do things perfectly. I've never seen a firefight or a room be cleared in a perfect manner by all the standards and all the drills and all the manuals. It just doesn't happen. Because when rounds are flying, there's dust in your eyes, or you got goggles on and they're all fogged up and people are screaming, your ears are ringing. It just doesn't go like that. So 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin, or even just 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. I mean, just kill the bad guy.
You delivered, Modern. You delivered, bro.
Yeah.
They go to their point of domination, they clear it, and as they're coming back across, okay, they're looking over the top of their optic as they identify that enemy combatant, because our sectors are going to cross, okay? They're going to cross over each other. As my teammate identifies that enemy combatant looking over their optic, they're going to do the same thing. Safe to semi, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin.
When talking about clearing this room,
Yo, hold up. Yeah, okay. First off, let me just say this. I could almost guarantee there has not been another living human being in those living quarters in a very long time. Dude is in an echoey kitchen by himself, like reciting combat manuals. Like, bro, like 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. Like, bro.
Yeah, I guess you do say it, Modern. You have to say it. Hopefully you can talk fast enough as your finger can move.
Yeah, you have to. Like imagine like shoulder.
Imagine the whole platoon being like, to the chest, one in the head, one in the head. It's gonna sound like New Zealand in there.
Everybody, you just say two to just one of the two to just one to just one to the one. To
to the chest, one in the head, one in the groin.
Dang it! You're fired. You hit him twice in the groin. That is not what the manual says. Yo, just like okay, all right, like, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna call it like it is. You're lonely, bro.
As they're coming back across, okay, they're looking over the top of their optic. As
You're
they
lonely, bro.
identify that enemy combatant, because our sectors are going to cross. Okay, they're going to cross over each other.
Also, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Lord, forgive me. As a content creator, you learn things. Okay. And he is not looking at the camera. He is looking at himself as he moves. And I will tell you right now, this is a narcissistic type of mofo that is talking to us right now. I'm sorry, bro.
That shit is hilarious.
You
bro.
can see, look at him as he lifts his arms up. He's like trying to show off his tattoos. He's like, you can see over there. Yeah, over there. Over there. Like
we got a range day with our group coming up, and we're gonna make the chanting of the two to the chest. One
you need like everyone doing it at the same time. To the chest, one of the head, one of the groin. To the chest, one of the head, one of the groin. Dude, I can't wait to hear the silhouette like ding ding ding. Dude, that's just to be sound like Super Mario Brothers. Ding 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 ding.
Bro, we need a Sims battle. I feel like this is
dude.
This needs to escalate to a Sims war.
You know what? If it does, all of you guys are going to be leaving that place with blue all over your chest, your face, and your dick, because my man is running and gunning with this setup right here of him looking at himself. I love it.
They go to their point of domination, they clear it, and as they're coming back across, okay, they're looking over the top of their optic as they identify that enemy combatant, because our sectors are going to cross, okay, they're going to cross over each other. As my teammate identifies that enemy combatant looking over their optic, they're going to do the same thing. Safe to semi, to the chest, one of the head, one of the groin.
To the chest, one of the head, one of the groin.
In this room, he says, come in, go to your point of domination. Go to your point of domination, looking over the sights. Yes, we always looked over top of our sights. I never looked through my ACOG inside of a building, ever in Iraq, ever. Only usually when we were on rooftops or out in the open was I ever looking through my ACOG. So always, if we were inside, I'm looking over top of it. Correct. So
we're gonna find out, BB.
Go to the corner, and then you're clearing your sector. But you didn't pie the door before you come in, back to that one point. So you come into this room, you don't even pay attention to that fatal funnel. You go straight to that corner. By the time you're over here clearing your sector, and then you see a dude with a weapon, you didn't see shit.
You donezo.
Because you come in that room and you didn't pie that door, and you just come in and go straight to that corner, and you didn't pay attention to this fatal funnel. The dude done blasted you in the side of the head. You're dead. You ain't clearing nothing.
So, being precise and accurate with their rounds, you just hammered that dude into their 72 virgins or whatever they got going on and whatever they believe, right?
Oh, I thought we're not fighting those guys anymore.
And not only that, I thought we weren't being precise. I thought we weren't worrying about precision. I thought this was only speed.
Speed and precise all the time. To the chest, one man.
Now it's speed and precision. No pieing. Two to the chest, one to the head, one to the groin.
Bro, this is not encouraging people to join the military, Trench. We're looking for bodies, and you're not doing a good job encouraging them to join the military right now.
Yeah. Come on. Let me run this back. This is just too funny.
And accurate with their rounds. You just
why did it do that?
Into their 72 virgins or whatever they got going. And accurate.
I guess the 72 virgins, they don't wear the life vest anymore.
Like this.
precise and accurate.
Why
with
does
their
it keep
rounds.
doing that,
You
bro?
just hammer
The dude done blasted you in the side of the head. You're dead. You ain't clearing nothing.
So, being precise and accurate with their rounds, you just hammered that dude into their 72 virgins or whatever they got going on and whatever they believe, right? The message of the video is, yes, you need to be precise in CQB. Just because that dude is
What?
over there in that doorway,
I thought it was speed
you need
only.
to be precise.
You do need to be precise. Yes, when possible. But it's not always possible. And those of us with actual combat experience know that things don't go right. Things don't go well. Like I said, in that heat of battle, you're just not going to be worried about being super precise when you're busting through a door and there's people shooting at you. You just want to drop the bad guys. Like I said, that doesn't take away from marksmanship fundamentals in any at all. It's just a hard fact of the matter is that a lot of crap goes out the window. Now, you should train to be precise, but you can be precise without getting all, tunnel vision into the sights and really be worried about getting those rifle range type precision shots. Not worried about people getting those precision shots like they're at a shooting competition. And once again, I say, listen to dudes that have your best interest in mind. But I don't really care who you listen to me. Listen to Trench. Listen to anybody you want to. I don't really care. I'm going to share with you my experience. And I personally would want to learn from somebody who has actual combat experience. Whether that goes with or against any manual or what a drill instructor or a drill sergeant says. I'm going to take real world experience and advice in pretty much every sector over book knowledge all day long.
Two to the chest, one of the head, one of the groin.
Not to hate on him or anybody at all. I just
Oh,
thought
we hating.
some of these statements were kind of wild and kind of dismissing actual experience in favor of textbook knowledge and training classes that may or may not contain real life experience. And I just wanted to do this video because, like I said, I do care about people's best interests in their lives. And I don't want people misreading things or misunderstanding things and that could get them killed because they're too worried about doing things by the books. Now, that video, his video might have just been trolling. I don't know. Or he might have really meant that stuff. Either way, it's whatever. I'm not going to get into a fight over it or anything. I said I just wanted to. This video stood out to me so much. Like, I mean, that's 10 points, and so that means like every minute and a half or so was something I just thought was kind of crazy, kind of weird, and sort of outlandish. I felt the need to really cover these topics and these points. I said, Trench, if you see this video, I don't hate you, brother. I just disagree with you. And we can all disagree and still get along and love each other, right?
Not in 2024.
But at the end of the day, you guys do what you want to do. Train how you want to train. Listen to who you want to listen to. I don't really care at the end of the day. I just want you to stay alive. And I want to say, once again, that people with actual combat experience are not outdated trash. Everybody, stay self-reliant.
I want the people to stop dying.
All right, so a couple things. First off,
real quick, it's funny because we were just talking about this on the turkeys when we started talking about red dot, LPVO, and how we're not using any of that shit coming through a doorway.
Yeah, period. It's point shoot. And also, look, if your plan, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face type thing, right? If your plan is every target you run into is 2 in the chest, 1 in the head, 1 in the groin, and that is your goal, you have programmed that into your brain dude.
Yeah.
Center
When
mass.
they start coming at you before
Yeah.
you get a chance to go through your mantra.
Yeah, there's no time to do math equations while you're literally dealing with
I don't.
people
It's.
on the
I'm
2A
like,
range.
have you ever even fought a Nerf war? Like,
Oh, like have you played like water balloon fights? Like, dude, you need to do we're talking a minimum of 5 to 7 rounds center mass to drop the person until they stop doing what they were doing. Right? You're okay. Pelvic girdle effective, face effective,
for sure.
sternum shots effective. But what if they're wearing armor? You'll be able to tell based on what they do when you hit them 5 to 7 times center mass, you know? But man, I it depends, right? Like even me saying that is like I'm not a combat veteran. I've never been in combat in like a military situation, and I don't know, I don't have that experience. I can say based on like in the past doing sims, doing just simulation type things of what I would do and what's worked.
I mean, one of the things I do, and like obviously my experience is all hypothetical and range training and being a kid and playing airsoft. Yes, like if you run a drill, I always envision where would the worst spot be where someone starts firing at me. I think of that every time I do a door entry drill or anything. And if you
Mhm.
think that way, I don't I don't understand how you're not instantly putting rounds down range and then hoping. And obviously, if you're in a big group, the methods are going to be different. If you're with 2 men, if you're with a single guy, you're going to have different methods that you're going to do these things. But like, you want to get rounds down range and suppress the fire,
Mhm.
right? Like, and then trying to go 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin as you're suppressing someone firing at you, to me doesn't make logical sense.
While
I
they
feel,
could be moving, they're not just going to stand there like the silhouette targets we shoot, right? Just they're
or they're
moving.
hiding behind a barrier, or they've taken position in a corner
Yeah,
behind something that stops rounds, right?
like
Like,
you don't see them maybe, right? 'Cause for concealment, right? You can if you that is the only on the flat range mentality. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. Ting 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 ting. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the That only works on the flat range.
let me ask you a question. What do you do if there's 2? You do 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin, and then move to the next guy?
No, no, no,
Don't
no,
even
no.
shoot at the
No,
other
you
guy.
you don't
Don't
do
worry
that.
about the second guy.
You do 2 to the chest, 2 to the chest, 2 to the 1 to the head, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin, 1 to the groin. You got to zigzag,
You
right?
have to. Like,
2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin, 1 to the groin. It's like the Texas Star. You know what I'm saying? You got to
yeah,
transition.
you gotta do the Texas dive.
Yeah,
Precise, as fast as you can. Precise,
yeah,
fast.
yeah. But we're not worried about precision. We're worried about speed. But you have to be precise.
So you just enlisted to the army. You better be fast and precise, no mistakes, and do it the textbook way. If they're
But
treating
don't buy.
people, don't buy
Don't
either.
buy doors.
Run right in head first.
And you have to do it screaming. You have to run into doors like
Yeah.
That's how you
I
do it.
guarantee you, modern spray and pray has killed more people than any other fucking method in
For
fucking
sure.
history.
Yep. That only works in COD. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, if it would be best, unless we know that we're more likely to be going up against people that are armored, 5 to 7. I mean, think of a bill drill, 6 rounds center mass, right? 5 to 7 rounds center mass to take their temperature. That's what you do. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not trash because I didn't serve in
We're beyond trash. We're like not even recyclables.
I was gonna say we're recycling. Bro was a duck hunt master, dude. All I know is that look, I could be I prior to today, I've never seen a trans grenade. What's his name?
Trans grenade? Trench grenade?
Trans grenade.
Trench
I've
grenade.
never seen a trench grenade video before today. I have nothing against him personally. I have nothing. Actually, after seeing that video, I kind of do. But I think like if you've learned things in the application of you know on the range, in simunition, in CQB classes, and like whatever. If you've learned things and you're sharing them, that's that's good. But if you're literally saying, "I'm here to tell you there's one way to do things," and all the stuff that people have been teaching for decades, that's trash. You know, don't
I
get
guess
this
I
big
guess
geek
speed,
in the
violence
room.
of action is no longer a thing. They got to
Nope.
put a P in there somewhere for
Precision, yeah,
precise.
but it's
And
not
you,
about precision. But we have to be precise.
I think they're taking the violence out and putting precision.
Dude, that literally saying like I appreciate what you did, but you're trash
That's
is
the worst
literally,
comment I've ever heard online ever.
dude, literally I was saying like, when I met my wife and I fucked her for the first time and I blew a load inside of her. I looked at her and I said, "Look, I appreciate what you just did, but you're literal human filth, you know?" I just like
That, like I said, bro, that's probably the worst thing I've seen someone say. Period. Especially someone who's in the military. I mean, I don't know if it's just jealousy, like he hasn't seen combat and these men have, and he wants to feel like he's one up them in some kind of way, and that was his way of expressing it. But
yeah.
like, dude, you don't say that about you don't say that.
No.
That's absurd, bro.
No,
That's
not at all. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I can't get behind that. Anybody that acts like that and talks like that, and I mean, I think partly it's like in this day and age, people believe that when they're a content creator, that they have to have these hot takes to remain relevant, and they have to have these edgy, hot takes to, to seem some kind of way to get clicks and likes and views and shit like that. I just think that is such a stupid ass way. Like, can we not just be authentic anymore? Can we not just be like who you are? Like, could you guys imagine if I
Why
ever
I
did
just
a video
why
like that?
why couldn't you just have it? Yeah, why couldn't you have a video like optic risers, right? Like people have done this optic risers because they feel where you're looking over your sights, right? But if you have a riser, you can kind of get your dot into the game a little sooner. You're still two eyes open. Like that is increasing speed and accuracy, right? You can talk about that stuff without literally calling everybody trash. That's insane to me that someone could say that you would call all. He literally called. I didn't see this video prior to this.
Yeah, I didn't see it
So
either. I only saw that one snippet of, the GWAT dudes. Like, you came back, like, I mean, thanks for your service or whatever, but you're all outdated trash. Not the tactics are trash. You are all outdated trash. Those were the words he selected,
that's like
and
something Rachel Levine would say.
or Rachel Maddow. That's look, and not only did he say it, but he rewatched it, he edited it, and published it.
And had a Mask of Zorro mustache.
That's a little more patchy than Mask of Zorro mustache.
Yeah,
You
it
can have
wasn't
some
a-
of mine, man. I'm ready to take this shit off. Anyway, look, I'm a stupid, overweight non-operator, so I'm even lower than trash. I'm the shit that collects in the bottom of the trash can when the bags
I'm
break,
the stuff at the bottom of the garbage disposal. That just the
yeah.
film in the
Yeah.
garbage disposal.
That
So,
funky stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Just look through all this, guys. Everything that we discussed, the most important thing for you guys to take with you tonight is 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. If you can do that, imagine if angry cops had seen the video. We could arrange that.
I have he deleted the video, but if he left that up, I could have seen quite a bit of veterans making that content. I'm glad you got the clips before they were taken down.
Hold up. Modern. Do you still have I said the groin. Right? Didn't I say? I said 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 1 to the groin. Right? Or maybe I said it too fast.
I don't know.
He didn't delete it. Oh, okay.
He didn't delete it?
Download that, bro. Download that.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta shut it down though. I gotta be up in the morning.
Yeah, I do too.
It is still up. Wow. Wow. Well, you tripping. You tripping.
I just want to read the comments.
Oh, dude. You know it's gonna be a lot of people that are riding him, you know.
Well, I expect to see
You're
them all
totally
over
right.
Moderns.
You're totally right, dude. You know, I've always thought about hitting people in the groin and, you know, just love the way that you deliver your content. I love the way you stare at yourself when you make your videos. Fucking weirdo. I figured, yep. I mean, you do attract the people that are like you, you know, like with my subscribers, I attract the people that are like me. Like that's just it's what happens, you know. All right, let's go ahead and close up shop. Anything else that you want to add before we say that this video was brought to you by Definition Knives? Definition Knives is the best knife manufacturer on this channel. Get it? See what I did there?
And on any channel.
On any channel. They're the best knives in the world for Definition Knives. Yeah, check them out. We have a bunch of knives for sale. They're awesome. And I actually ran into a couple of the security guards at my church, and I gave them one. And I was like, they're like, oh my goodness. Like they all had like busted Kershaws, and one had a busted Kershaw, one had a Gerber. They're all like, you know, trashy. And I was like, dude, pick which one of these, which one do you want? And they were blown away, and they were like, what do you want for them? I was like, bro, just anytime, you know, bump into somebody that may want a knife, just be like, Definition Knives, definitionknives.com. So check out definitionknives.com, and of course dldhardware.com, and any Barlow knives. No barley. We don't have any barley.
You can cut barley with them.
You can. This is true. Drop to Red Dawn. Oh yeah. So there may be some changes. I talked about doing the Red Dawn knife on launch 3, but we may be doing it on launch 2. So we'll see. Let's
go.
You just gotta wait for that. Anything you want to close on before you bounce?
As my man Dark would say, be respectful. And also follow Jesus Christ. You know, we laid out a lot of information here. You guys know I'm not into the fear porn, but I'm into like letting you know the threats that are out there to be prepared for, and you know, act accordingly. And go subscribe to my channel and come to my lives, guys. I have a live on Friday night. What's the night? Thursday. So tomorrow night at 9:45, I'll see you guys there. And yeah, keep doing the thing. Keep staying prepared, because we may have won the battle, but the war is just beginning.
Very true. I agree. Tim Harper, I'll look into it, man. I appreciate it. You will not have time in a chaotic tick to stow your empty mags. Yeah, that's been a common topic discussed, is dump pouches are gay. I still have a small skills pouch on my belt, but look, if you can roll it up and have it small enough to where it doesn't cause problems, and not have it at 6 o'clock, which is a useless position in my opinion, then rock it. And then if you do need it and can deploy it, yeah, I think it's kind of whack to keep it at 6 o'clock. Like that's the only thing at 6 o'clock is my medical. That's it. And you know, anyway, guys, as we close out here, I want you all to remember, just as Red Dawn had said, Christ is King, and right now is the time that just because things appear to be changing to the positive, it does not mean that we slack. Right now is the time that you get right with your family and you get right with God, and it's time for all of us to step up and be, leaders within our family, leaders within our community, leaders within our church, and for us to be culture warriors during the culture war. We have to hold ourselves to higher standards and expectations, and the way that we do that is by making your own set of rules. Some of the rules I like to share with you guys at the end of every show are: rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief little interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others, bless others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because the hand that's open to give is open to receive. Rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. Make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Make sure that you subscribe to Fred Dawn. Make sure that you... No way, bro. No way, bro. You better shut up and don't say my name, motherfucker. Yo, my guy. How did you end up in here, dog? That's crazy. Yo, what? How the fuck did you find me, dog? That's crazy. Yo, my man, hit me up, dude. Miss you, brother. That's nuts, doggy. Anyway, in the end, make sure your shit's tight, and we'll be back. We'll see y'all next time. Make sure you subscribe to Red Dawn, and make sure that you subscribe to Modern Frontiersman, and let's just do the things. And ting ting, I love you, and we'll catch you all on the flip side. Peace.